One, go.
All right, everyone, welcome to a wonderful game of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Um, I'm gonna stop pretending that people are watching this right now. Anyway, everyone, thanks for playing. Thanks for being here and spending your Thursday night with me. A couple things. If anyone who's played with me might know or might remember, played a few times. I love role play. I love like narrative, that sort of thing. I do also love a combat, but I like to throw people kind of narrative, sort of role play bones. If you're not feeling the role play, don't worry about it. You don't have to really act. You don't have to. You can just say like my character would. No judgment at all, but I love getting people into it. So if it's something that you want to try, please go for it. Another thing, point of just mechanics is that I pre-roll d20s for like unimportant minions and things like that. This is just to save time. So if you get suspicious of me just like saying, "Oh, he does this, he doesn't," like just know I have like just a big list of D20 results, just to kind of move things along here. I should be also pre-rolling damage, but you know what? We might just roll. We'll deal with that when we get there. Um, but so much. But without further ado, uh, I love to start off with sort of like some introductions for all the characters to get everyone into the game. And I won't ask for volunteers. I'll just go ahead and roll a d4. We'll say that Liv, you're going to be 1, Jahi, you'll be 2, Ian, you'll be 3, and Francisco, you will be number 4 here. So I'll just go ahead and give this roll a 4. Also, this is my first time really using Foundry. If I'm slow or anything, please flame the shit out of me. Anyway, that'll be Jahi first. Okay.
Ah,
All right,
okay.
Jahi. We fly across the continental United Domain of Avaloria to the west coast, to the great domain of Eureka. Sunny, beautiful weather, beautiful people, a cutthroat environment, some might say, battling wildfires and fire elementals and things like that.
Yeah.
In the city of, oh my gosh, where is my whole thing here? In the neighborhood or near the neighborhood of Everglow, that famous kind of showbiz place, in the city of Las Imperiales, or LE for short, we see like kind of I would say like an up and coming gym. It's got like it's got a lot of like nice machines, fancy weight sets. It's like kind of the morning, you might just be fresh from like your morning training. Jahi, as your character kind of soaks into a nice, we'll say that the gym has like a pool section, and in it they have like a couple nice. They have like some sauna rooms, and they also have a nice cold pool as well. As your character kind of soaks into that, why don't you tell us about who they are?
So Zerus Wave Strider is, for like all intents and purposes, he is low key kind of a bum. Um, he, so him and his family used to travel across the UDA, doing the family business of like pretty much like attacking, like keeping water gateways, safe. And then one day he kind of got left behind because he also forgot where they were going, and they also kind of forgot about him because his family has the memory of a goldfish. And ever since he's just been kind of stuck here, and he's really made no attempts to like go back following them because he's kind of like the little setup he has here. Zerus is dumb. He has a 7 intelligence, by the way, guys. So borderline
Dumb,
as smart as a fish.
dumb, but
Um,
so happy.
Yeah, dumb, but like
Yeah.
it's because he's dumb, but he's wise. He understands the way that life works. He just doesn't remember how it works. Um, uh, he has gotten accidentally kind of popular on social media for his like simple lifestyle, and people think that he's making like some profound statement about like against capitalism and stuff like that. And he's just like, oh no, I like I like swimming. I like sports. I like eating fish, and people just kind of eat it up from him. But he's recently coming on hard times as his boss is like, "Hey, you kind of need to start paying for more rent around here." So he decided to become an adventurer to kind of just cover the bills because he still has the skills of hunting monsters on his belt.
Excellent. And speaking of boss, you're the owner of this gym that you've been sleeping in for the past, several weeks now. Kind of pokes his head in. His name is Durin Greyheart, and he just, old dwarf, like big old timey power lifter body, just absolutely bald on top, but like massive beard. Um, Zeris, you finishing up for a soak in there?
I mean, do you need me to do something?
Well, when you got the time, but listen, we've got just, it's a big day happening, and I would just love to get you outside at the gym, like handing out some flyers, things like that.
Oh, why would we hand out flyers?
Well, the kids, the girls love you, Zeris. They want to talk to you, and then when you bring the women in here, the men are sure to follow. It's business, you see.
Oh, I mean, have you thought about just like, I don't know, offering the gym for free? That'd get people in here.
Um, Durin sort of like, he
Oh,
strokes
wait,
his beard.
money. That's right. You need to make money
Right.
off of people.
And you need to buy your boat, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like a later down the line thing, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna do that adventuring thing today, I think. What day is it?
Oh, it's it's a Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
I
I
was
mean, it's a 10 day.
Oh, yeah, I think I was supposed to do some type of like adventuring thing. But I can do that thing I did last time where I posted on the social media thingy and then people came because they wanted to meet me and then you got to sign up a bunch of people.
Just do that. Yeah, take some pics. That'll look
Yeah.
over well.
Oh, also you don't have to waste as much paper. Or did you print the flyers already?
He kind of just throws. You hear like a sound of a bunch of papers hitting the ground somewhere behind him. No, just go ahead. Use that social, that
Aw. We could have
instant
made
visage.
we could have made like paper airplanes, paper cranes, paper samurai. We could have made
We'll
paper
we'll make
mache.
a we'll do you we'll do crafts again after, okay? Just do the images first, crafts later, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a picture. Uh, oh, fuck. What's my password again? Um, is it 1234? No. 1235? No. Hmm. Oh, right. And like you see him like lift up his shirt and like on his like thigh he has this password of 3011. 3011. That's what it is. Ah, there we go. Uh, I'll take a picture. Um, uh, um, what hashtag should I put?
Just hashtag name of the gym.
Oh, how do I
Uh,
spell the name?
uh,
How do I spell name of Jim?
just do hashtag dumbbell in the stone.
Die you? Can you spell it? I can't spell. And he
I can
hands
do
him the
it.
phone.
Why don't you make a performance check for me, Jahi?
Serious.
12.
I got it.
Okay. You are like I would say your account is successful enough, and you post and like instantly 200 likes on your Envisage. You are successful enough that
Envisage.
you can just kind of post and a bunch of people like it. It doesn't. It would never even mean anything to you anyway, but it's just sort of like a, yeah. You go and you check your quest it, and you don't see anything there. So there's not. It doesn't look like any gigs are biting today. Um, but I'll say sort of as you go throughout, as you kind of go to get through your day, you do see sort of you almost like forget it kind of where you were taking pictures, or actually sort of after you've folded a bunch of paper airplanes, you almost forget it. You forget this dagger, which you've been holding on to now for a long time. You got it from your grandfather. It's an ebony wood hilt, so this kind of very fine finished dark heft with a just massive like blackened tooth, like a blackened shark's tooth, about as long as like about a foot in length, and it's a shark's tooth, so it's pretty wide. But this like massive kind of flat tooth fashioned in the blade of a dagger. This is of course an item, an heirloom that you've been carrying around now for some time. And it is of course called. And Jahi, minor spoilers, of course, because you well, this is the tooth of the great moss shark.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, you after sort of toweling off, drying off, you socialize with a few of your gym friends. You know, they're happy to see you, happy to chat for a while. And you do get a ping though on your Questit.
Oh,
And you
he's like, sorry, bro. Let me interrupt you real quick. I got a thing on my thingy.
this massive like Goliath is just like, yeah, dude, you got it. Do your thing. And we'll pull away from you there. And we'll go now. Let's hit our friend Liv. Where might we find Ari right now? It is a 10-day, so it's like a weekend day. You know, middle of the kind of late summer, or late, you know, summer season. Where might we find Ari, and what might she be up to? Oh my god. Am I not hearing Olivia? Is it just me?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh.
She would be kind of in like the Kansas, like kind of mid to whatever is your equivalent of Kansas, just kind of middle of nowhere, little rinky-dink town. You know, she blew into this town at the beginning of the week, and when she got there, she heard about a dude wanting to open a corn maze, but there was like some sketchy shit going on inside. So she went into the corn maze and got rid of whatever sketchy shit was happening in there. And she's back at.
Perfect. Where is she?
I was saying she has finished up and she's back at her motel, and she's, you know, packing up, planning on going to the next place.
You have seen enough scarecrows, not in that they're scary, but just in that like the bathroom, the hotel shower is just so full of like straw, and you're covered in so many little tiny scrapes and cuts from just like the hot, dry, grassy bodies of the things you were killing, who were kidnapping children and all these sorts of things. It's been a long day. You've just been in this corn maze, hacking away at scarecrows. You go to check your mirror. You sort of pull up the flip, pull up your Quest app, your Questit, and you do see that you've gotten a review. Go ahead, give me. We'll call this. What would you say? You are a druid, so I will let you make a wisdom check here, just naked wisdom, to see kind of just how much you impressed this random farmer. Okay, yeah, you you get a 4.5 stars on this job you just did, which may or may not, which may please you, it may irritate you. How would Ari feel about that?
She genuinely wouldn't care about reviews. She just kind of sees it, acknowledges that, you know, it happened, and she's, you know, looking for the next one. Just keeping herself busy, you know.
Perfect. You are where do
Washing
you
for
think? So you're kind
wounds.
of in the of course you are in what you called the Kansas area. This would be, let me see what I call this.
Like
This would be
near
the Greek
Kansas
domain of
and Colorado.
Yeah, this would be near Kunza, as as you would know it. Of course known for its farming, um, for being the starting point of a very famous movie back in the day, uh, among other things. you I'll say that you kind of where would you think to go next if you don't have an immediate kind of pull in any given direction? Would you be wanting to head I would say, out west, a sibling is out there doing things. But over in the east, there's a lot of urban activity, a lot of things, a lot of activity, a lot of hubbub on the near Nexus City. What's kind of on Ari's mind there?
Um, I think what it boils down to is, she's been traveling the past couple years, kind of in the Midwest, going from little town to little town. Um, but she did recently hear on the Questit app, I assume it's kind of like Venmo or Facebook where you can see other adventurers and what they're doing.
Oh yeah, you definitely other adventurers are sort of posting their stats on there.
Okay, she is probably kind of like how you reconnect with old friends when you download Facebook. She probably has 100% seen her sibling. Seen. Oh, where is the name?
Masada.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, she definitely has seen Masada on there. And you know what? She thinks it's time that she pays Masada a visit. So
That's
I think
wonderful.
she's gonna get on a bus or hitchhike or turn into something with more stamina and march her happy little ass over to the West Coast.
You could definitely find a bus in this place. These arcane buses, of course, can transport passengers long distances on the layways. You are at like a bus station, and you see a figure, sort of. The bus stations here, of course, out in this little podunk town, just a little bench with a cover, nothing really fancy. You do see a figure there. Looks like he is or she, you're not really sure, kind of has a thick blanket pulled up over their head, lying on the bench there. What do you do?
Uh, Ari will pull out a copper piece, and if there's ostensibly just give the person some pocket change because she's assuming that this is an unhoused person.
Yeah, it is an epidemic in the UDA, unfortunately, and some might say randomly, but others might say for very contrived reasons. This person, you see, they kind of pull up. You see this kind of weathered-looking man who looks at you. Well, thanks, stranger. You didn't have to be so kind like that.
She just nods and silently and goes, "Well, a little bit of luck sometimes goes a long way. What's better than some lucky coin?"
I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, you look like you got a twinkle of some moonlight in your eye.
Uh, been that way ever since I was a child.
I get it. I get it. It calls to us. It's a mysterious thing. Hey, I'll go grab myself some food, I think. There's a gas station over down the road there. But hey, you could use this better than I can. And you watch as he sort of takes off the blanket that he was wearing and he neatly folds it up and places it on the bench and starts to walk away. And you might go to try and return it to him or say no. And as you look at him or as you look at the blanket, you notice it starts to change from this kind of woven, heavy duty, weathered looking blanket, and it seems to slim down. It becomes this soft, almost see through looking white silvery fabric. It's almost sheer, but it seems to sort of folds out and it has a clasp on the front, and it seems to be turning into a silvery cape that glows in the night like the moon.
Almost immediately. Oh, I don't have the right spell for this. Oh, I was. But she's gonna look at it in very much like unsure of what to think about it. She will. Can I make an Arcana check? Just like try and
Of
discuss
course.
it out.
Yeah.
She ain't smart, but
You don't get a lot. You don't get a lot. It's a very vague feeling. There is like a sense of resonance here. You get the feeling that you get when you look at the moon.
okay. Um. Well, she's not one to not pick something up. So she'll just take her duffel bag and just kind of open a pocket on her duffel bag and then like trying not to touch it, just kind of use the duffel bag to like using the flaps of the duffel bag as like mittens to put the cape into her duffel bag.
Sure. Yeah. You put the cape in the duffel bag. It it's so light. It almost seems to like spill out of your hands. Like the fabric is so liquidy. Um. Yeah. You put it in. You store it in your bag. And you wait a while for the bus. And as you're sitting there, you get a ping on your Questit, and then you also some knowledge comes to your mind as just like sitting with this item seems to sort of attune you to it, and you have a possession of the Shroud of Lunalight. We're gonna move over. Let's roll. We have two more people left. Let's see.
Go with
We went
Frank
from one
next.
sibling. Let's go to the other. Ian. It's now getting, it's like early in the afternoon, evening-ish. Where might we find your character and what are they up to? What do they look like?
I
Who
really
are they?
don't know who this Ian character is. Could you please use my...
Oh, I'm sorry. Masada Broger. What are you up to and where can you be found in the UDA on this 10-day evening?
I'm
Sort of
currently
jumping back in time.
I am currently in the White Mesa village assisting the... Oh god, let me scroll over to see how the fuck you pronounce this bullshit.
The
The
Dinehadi.
Dinihade, in doing some environmental restoration in some of their Bryce canyons. I'm assisting them
Yeah.
in cleaning up a kind of magical pollutant.
Yeah. There's there's been some ongoing sort of out here in the big res. There's been some ongoing controversies with Arcantheon. That is one of the larger corporations. They do a lot of stuff with ley line infrastructure and ley line energy extraction. Um, a lot of the treatment that they've been using has been like radiating into the nearby soil, and it's been causing crops to grow and spit curses at people, and they also, you know, wither and they don't taste good and they die. Um, so you've definitely been over here. You've been trying to kind of purify the soil, literally in some cases like counteract the bad vibes. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check here.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and give me perfect 16, amazing. Just for your general performance, um, you see that as you're kind of putting the finishing it's been a long day, you know, you're putting the finishing touches and all around you people are, you know, life is still to be lived and people are setting up fires and things like that to camp out for the night. One of your friends that you've made sort of working out here, an officer in like kind of the local police, he comes over, his name is Jim Chi. He goes, some good work out here. Hey, we really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to serve the community. I like to give what I can.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna miss you around here, Oxford. He hands you a beer.
Of course. I attempt to open it without chipping a nail. It takes much time, but eventually I manage.
He chuckles watching you. So, what's next for you then?
I honestly, I don't really know. I I lick the edge of my finger and place it up straight in the air. I bring the finger down to my gaze and I look down at my moistened finger and go, I believe the winds call me elsewhere. I'll find out soon. The time is not yet right.
Hey, I feel that, man. I feel that. Um, you were telling me that you have a sister somewhere out here. Where's she at?
Oh, I don't know. I left the house a bit early. When I was younger,
Mm.
I felt that she needed a little bit more stewardship under the tutelage of mother, but I don't know. I don't know where she is. I haven't heard from her in quite some time. I I swear the hairs on the back of my neck. I think that might be
Well,
where the winds are
yeah.
calling me.
Happy to provide some inspiration there. Hey, well, you're welcome, of course. Please stay as long as you like to get rested for your journey. We should have things going here. That analysis you did of the soil and the latent arcane magic there, extremely helpful. I think we're really gonna have something for them tomorrow.
So in front of me is a small peyote cactus. I'm gonna lean over, druidcraft on it so that it blossoms, and I'm gonna hand him one of the flowers.
I appreciate this gift as always. I ooh, I'll do. Thank you. Your talents are they've really helped out. You've been a great help to my grandfather, especially. Um, Please come back anytime.
I will come in
Or
unannounced. You don't have to worry.
yeah, okay. But please enjoy just like the bonfire.
I'm gonna plop myself down, unfurl my skirts, sit down properly like a lady, and begin to go over my research materials, my iconography, and my details of the ley lines of the
Yeah.
American Southwest.
Yeah, go. You can make a This would be a Arcana or Nature check here, whichever one you'd prefer. But as you're kind of studying, people are coming over to you throughout the night just to kind of chat, say hi.
What?
Oh my God, is that a nat one becomes an 11? Holy shit!
Okay, I should be just gonna save
Green
here.
Mighty Knight.
You're looking at these maps and things, and
You know,
maybe it's
maybe
just a long day.
I think it's because whenever I gave that guy the peyote, I maybe got a little bit of a secondhand high.
Maybe it's the hallucinogenics, maybe it's the peyote. But you close up some of your books and you just sort of lean back and look up at the stars and see this beautiful night. And right around then, your mirror vibrates in your pocket, and you have a message on Questit. But looking up at those stars and speaking of those stars, we zoom across the landscape. Um, Francisco, or AKA Amaro Ferreira, where might we find you on a night like this?
Out in the middle of the desert.
Out in the middle of the desert. What are you doing out in the desert?
Looking for another job or finishing one.
Hmm. Yeah. You see you're standing there kind of talking to a local naturalist. This man, a kind of older orcish man, big bushy mustache with two like prominent tusks. He goes, "Yeah, listen, I appreciate you taking it easy on those kids. It's all the rage with the youth these days, demon summoning and whatnot. And every kid out here in this desert thinks hey, might as well just go out into the sands, throw down a blood circle, and yeah, they don't realize they could get hurt, even if they don't summon a demon."
Plenty of monsters out here.
This man's name is Len. He's sort of like a park scientist, if you will. He's doing like field work out in the desert, and he's the one who put you onto this latest job you had of investigating a series of like aborted ritual attempts, where you indeed found the culprits. Go ahead, make a investigation or a survival check for me to determine how that went.
Ooh.
Oh my god, you rolled that privately.
Oh,
Well, you can just
I
tell me
rolled
what
on
you got
myself.
and then roll the next one publicly. We'll figure that later. What'd you get?
15.
15? Okay. Yeah. Um, you've done a very good job out here. And as you're sort of looking out into the stars, Lenny's just kind of rambling on. Yeah, you did real good, and a lot of people think that we got to punch these kids, but really they're just bored. There's nothing really much for them to do these days except drink and get high, and who knows what else. Am I right? I tell you, it ain't like how it used to be when I was younger. That much is for sure. And as he's kind of like rambling, you're looking up in the sky and you notice like some shooting stars.
Yep. Well, he's rambling. I pull out my time die, and I'm going to perform an augury to see if tonight's actions went well or not. As I
Is
look
that a
up at the
spell or is
stars,
that just?
yes, augury the spell.
Hmm.
Here,
It's
let
a
me click it
spell.
for you. Yeah,
Okay.
let me click it for you. Because he's going to talk for a while.
Oh,
I
shit.
assume so.
Yeah, he's just kind of talking as you're doing this.
He's not consuming. It's going to be a while.
All right, please tell me I'm able to. Ooh.
Let me give you the table.
Excuse me. I can also look it up. Yeah, you get a I'll say that as you're looking, your casting is actually almost interrupted, or in fact, because one of the stars you see slams down into the desert some ways over a mountain ridge, and you both jump. Oh, holy shit! Did you feel that? Like a celestial object just came down and crashed into the earth before you.
Just fix my helmet, which hasn't moved. I've been wearing this thick helmet this whole time. Hadn't said anything. Fix my helmet. Go. Adios. And just start
Well, here
walking
he
off
goes
toward
again.
it. Oh,
We hear this like western sting, and a little while later, you arrive at a smoking crater out in the desert. A light seems to glow at the bottom. What do you do?
it begins to glow at the bottom. Oh, that's perception. Anything I can get
Go ahead
out
and
of
make a
this?
perception check. Nice, 14. It's a bright glow, but you see there's like a small thin object at the bottom.
Do I recognize this object?
Roll Arcana.
Probably do the. Let's do that dragon thing you said.
Oh man, okay. You blow the thing. You have a. Is it advantage?
If I roll 9 or less,
Oh,
it's just.
you can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10. So go ahead, make a d20. This is Arcana. That is a. What was the result of that? That was a 12, and you have +0. That's perfect. You see a wand. It looks like has kind of crashed into the earth, glowing with celestial light, or starry light, I should say.
Curious. What's that Cecil? I tentatively approach and get next to the wand.
You pick it up. Do you pick it up?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah. You pick up the wand
go,
and
let's go.
it's warm in your hand. It feels it's like a metal, but not a metal you recognize immediately. And indeed, you after a little while you come to realize that this wand has actually come from beyond. It is a meteoric wand. But you're kind of distracted from your moment with a ping on your quest it. Just in time too, because hey, you just finished up a job and you need another.
I'm wondering
At
if
the
I'm meant
same
to-
time, you all look at your mirrors and you all see the same message. If I can, in fact, find the text in my notes somewhere. Let me. Perfect. Okay. You all have received a message from one Aaron Voss. Exceptional talent often goes unnoticed until the right eyes find it. Consider this your invitation to be seen. Apex Strategics requires unique minds for an upcoming actionable item. Join me at your wit. Opportunities rarely knock twice. And I will post. I'll for ease of use, I'm just gonna post what the message was. Thank you. In the Discord chat here. This will be in the Live in La Vida Loca. Where is it? The roleplay channel there. Oh. I'll post. It's posted in the roleplay channel. But yes, you see this message from. You all see this message from one Aaron Voss. Accompanying the message is also an attachment, and anyone who clicks the attachment sees a ticket for second class for a lightning rail to the domain of Veloria or Avalon. Let me have this right. To a domain on the East Coast near Nexus City, the domain of Avalonia, to a station somewhere in the north, just near Nexus City.
I make my way there post haste.
I
And
look at the message and
Yeah, I'll.
and begin to sit down in the desert, just cast augury in the ground as I roll my dice with the star map to see what the gods tell me.
you don't see or feel anything else, but the wand glows in your hand. Ari, what is your reaction to this?
So when I accept the message, can I see this? I accept the message, and she just kind of goes, Masada can wait. I'll find him eventually. I'll find her eventually.
Are you asking about like information on the person who sent it to you?
Nah,
Yeah,
it seems on the up and up, so she'll just hop on the next lightning rail that she can and head over.
Yeah. Okay. Zeres, what do you do as you're sitting there? Long day of posting at the gym.
He
Socializing.
goes.
You have this.
He's like. "Yes, hey, bro. Could you do me a favor? Could you read this for me? It's got a lot of big words in it."
Oh, yeah, bro, sure. This guy you were working out with reads you the message. Do you need
Oh,
me to
okay.
find those or anything?
No. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is like a good job, right? This is like opportunities really knock twice is like a saying because
It sounds like the guy's got a pretty well. Yeah, I mean, but to
he's
be
got
fair though, man,
money.
you know.
Well,
I
no, this
mean,
is on questing.
he's giving you a ticket to train across the country.
Yeah,
That's pretty
but
nuts.
this is like questing. You can't get scammed on the internet. That's just a proven factoid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
what's he gonna do? You'll just beat him up.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean I don't want to do that because that's not proper and that goes against certain laws of society. But I will
Of course,
defend
of course.
myself. Yeah, 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 yeah. All
Well,
right. Well,
when you're on the quest, I mean, stuff happens. Heroes do violence.
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, bro, and like he like gives him like a high five and he walks out and he leaves like a note in like terribly written, almost crayon scrawl. Be back later. Went to job
Oh my god.
on the gym desk, and he is gonna try to find his way to the bus station if he can remember the way to go.
You can remember. You eventually make it there. You all have a interesting layaway or a train ride. These arcane rails are like these basically kind of maglev trains. They move extremely fast. You're actually all able to get there within the next day. You arrive at the state or at the domain of Adalonia. A bit different from you guys are
Immersion
basically
ride.
all out here on the west coast, except sort of Ari. But it's very green here, very urban and storied. Sort of the the domain has the UDA has a long history on this in this part of the country. Um, and you all make your way to the Blackwell building. Now, the Blackwell building is a bit underwhelming. You basically find yourselves in an office park, sort of just nice kind of gardens around, trees and things like that. But just these like kind of unattractive, squat, brick and mortar glass window buildings. Nothing really special to them. No architect cooked here. Um, but you guys all kind of find your way, and at the same time, suspiciously enough, you all kind of hop out, whether you took an Instamount or whether you decided to run here or bike or you got a bus here or anything like that. You all arrive at the same time at the entrance to the Blackwell building.
Mhm. Okay. He said join the Blackwell building at ninth bell. Wait, is that ninth in the morning or ninth at night?
Mm. And the ninth bell would be like 6 o'clock at night. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
in the early evening again.
He's just like, oh, maybe was it supposed to be in the morning or maybe the night? Hmm. Oh. And like you see this, you just see Zeros kind of just looking around, extremely confused.
You all see Zara is looking around extremely confused.
I think that man is very confused.
Did you just say that to him?
It's gonna walk up to him.
That was Jack saying that. Doesn't count as canon.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that was
I'm
Jack.
just gonna walk up to
I
him. What am I looking at?
I can post a picture of what Zeros looks like in the chat.
There you go. Because I have no idea what you look like.
Imagine a Triton man swimmer
I'll
body,
post a. I'll
big
also post a
wide
photo of
traps.
our.
All I can imagine is that since this is like urban fantasy, he's wearing like one of those like ironic gym shirts. Like he's got one that says like wait, hold up, let me find a funny one.
Okay, everyone post your character art into the
It
role
says
playing
it
channel.
says like no weakness here. And
Oh, he would wear oh, here we go. I have the he's wearing like a pink top that has like a unicorn on it that says alpha male.
Terrible.
Alpha
All right, well, here I am.
The guys walk up to him and say, Tienes ir a la escuela. You go to school. You're in the right place.
I think so. I got a questing link to be at the Blackwell building at the ninth bell.
What time is it?
I think you're reading it
it's
wrong.
almost yeah.
I got the same quest. I got the same quested, so I believe you're here for the same job that I am. I thought
Oh,
this would be
nice.
solo, but it doesn't hurt to work
Oh,
with others.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I really like working with other people because they can read and understand complex thoughts.
Can you not
They also
read?
remember the job that we're on.
I'm sorry. I'm
Huh?
sorry. Did you just say you can't read?
Oh, I mean, like, what is reading actually? You know what I mean? Because like, I can look at a word and memorize what it means, but like, if you put a word I've never seen before, I can't like sound it out or anything.
That seems oddly concerning. You should
Uh,
you should see a doctor about that. You should you
no,
should
no, no. It's not.
you should
It's not like
seek
a medical thing.
no no
I'm just
no no.
stupid.
You need to seek occupational therapy for that. You do realize that, right? That's not normal. Everyone should be able to read.
Well, I'm sorry. I struggle with big words and sounding them out sometimes.
I
But you
understand
didn't know
that,
that, so it's okay.
and that's valid. It's valid to admit that you can't read, but it's still the fact that you should be able to.
Well, I mean, why would I read when I can have like an animal read for me? There's those exist, right? There's like reading animals. There's seeing eye animals and hearing ears animals. It's got to be like reading book animals. What would they be called? I think I would call mine's Word. Yeah, Word sounds cool.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't come across in the photo very well, but Ari does not have pupils. It is just blank, milky whiteness in her eyes.
Oh, your eyes look like a bowl of cereal with no cereal in it. So a bowl of milk.
Thanks.
Milk.
Thanks. I I appreciate that observation.
No problem. Can you see with those? I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but there's no pupil.
I can at least read.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now,
Nice.
Now,
you
Ari, as you say that, another figure approaches around the corner and goes, "You know, it's rather presumptuous just to assume the man's educational level. I mean, he might have a different pie the divines. Ari?
Ari will look you up. Ari looks at you real hard and like clocks like your facial features being the same, your horns being the same, and your voice being the same. But she looks you up and down and goes, "Just my luck. Not only did you dye yourself white to try to match me, to try to compete with me even more, while you were at school, you happened to sign up for the same job that I did."
Typical.
I can sense the tension here, and it's making me kind of uncomfortable. I'm gonna take 4 steps back because I don't know how to handle this.
Don't worry, this is my sister, Masada.
And this is my darling sister, Ari.
Under his breath, he says, ah,
Mm.
now there's three.
Real quick, Ari, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
As you scrutinize Masada, you notice you notice a neck like you notice a little like wire necklace around Masada's neck. And a tiny kind of vial of different sorts of, it looks like different kinds of sand, but you realize it's like different kinds of soil in this tiny little vial.
Okay. She'll note that for later.
Beautiful. Anyway, continue on, please.
So wait, you guys are siblings?
Sisters.
One could, well, I suppose both the same. Just one's more accurate than the other.
Oh, okay. So are you guys like blood related?
We're half sisters.
Oh, okay.
Same mother,
Alright.
different fathers.
Oh, okay.
The dwarf in heavy armor just sits there contemplating why he's still standing here.
Anyway, my name has been revealed to you all. and so is hers. I am Ari. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Zeris. Nice to meet you.
Or iron.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
actually, wait, hold on a second. Can I? I'm gonna try to intuit what his name is before he speaks it.
Okay, roll a nat 20. Just no, don't even give it a skill check. Just roll a nat 20 and you can intuit his name.
It'd be amazing. Let's see what we got here. Come on. Hey, Jahi. Jahi,
Yeah,
you know what I need from you, right?
I'm stroking my good luck dice right now.
Ah!
So, not even close. Wait, let me see if I could do it just for shits and giggles. Ah.
Ah! Weak. Okay, carry on. It seems that the winds do not guide me today. Your name, I presume, sir?
He bonks his helmet, just says iron.
Hmm. I seem to be detecting perhaps a hint of the dwarven persuasion in that thunk. Would I be correct?
No.
Oh, wow. Well, I suppose I'll have to go back to the drawing board. Oh, dear. My sister's here to witness this failure. What a day. What a
No.
day.
He looks at our trident and says, I'm gonna call you Z. Is that okay?
I mean, I would prefer if you called me by my name, because I'll call you Iron since that's your name, and that seems polite. But also, Z does sound kind of cool. Like I'm an action movie hero in an 80s movie. Or, like, uh, um, I guess that's fine.
He looks at the Astor and says, Angel. Is that okay?
I feel like Ari is already a pretty short name. Do I need a nickname?
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, Iron. I'll accept it.
Can I call you FE for short?
So you can't read, but you know the elemental symbol for iron.
I have a lot of
You know what my
questions
response
now.
to that is? I pull out a dagger and I hand it to him.
Why are you handing me a dagger?
That name's better.
Dagger.
I'm.
Now
You want me to
that's a
call you
good name.
Dagger?
No, Fe. That name's better.
Oh, but
Fe
why are you
Johnson.
handing? Why are you handing me a dagger?
It means I like you.
Keep your dagger. I don't want your dagger.
But it'd be rude to ignore his request. Well,
No, I don't.
maybe
But
her
I don't.
request. I don't know. I'm confused.
Uh, I don't want your dagger. I'm really confused. Aren't we supposed to be here for a job? Where's the guy for the job?
Yeah, you guys look at the Blackwell building behind you. You see kind of through the window bay, you see a receptionist is just sitting at a desk behind there, just sort of watching y'all.
Wait. And so Xeris is gonna see that and goes, "Oh, we probably need to go talk to her," and starts to walk over.
Yeah. You enter into the Blackwell building, kind of a rush of air-conditioned air greets you, and you all find the receptionist. Yeah, she's a little goblin, um, large earrings. Just sort of says, "Hi, welcome to the Blackwell building. I'm sorry. Can I have your names, please, real quick?" She just holds up like a little note, sticky note.
I
Oh, I'm
step forward immediately, brush everyone to the side, and say, the name is Masada Bruguer. I believe we're on to this.
Oh, okay, that's you. Yep, I got you. Others.
Oh,
Lovely to meet you, Masada.
hi there. I'm Xeris Wavestrider.
Oh, Zeri's Wavestrider. Yep, I have you on here. She looks at you for a little bit longer than necessary. Anyone else? Your name, Miss
Ari. It's
Ari?
Ari, bro god.
Oh, gotcha, Ari. Okay, cool. And your name, sir?
He just pulls out his tablet, flips over to the message with his it's addressed to his name, and just throws it to them.
Okay, Amaro. All right. Welcome. All right. Mr. Voss is waiting for you. Would you all like some drinks to be brought into the meeting?
Oh
Yes.
no, I'm good. I have my endless thing of water. And he just like pulls up
Oh.
a Stanley cup that's just a decanter of water.
How early in the morning is it?
This is
It's
actually this is actually the evening. This is like close to
6
p.m.
p.m.
Oh, well then, yeah, hard liquor.
Okay. I'm assuming a whiskey.
Actually, could it be
Ooh.
something clear? I'm watching my figure.
Okay, vodka soda for the lady, or for the demon lady.
I said clear, not lacking in flavor. Do you have gin?
Whiskey neat.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Of course. She notes down some drink orders. Right. Okay. And she tells you how to get to Aaron Voss's office. And you kind of usher your way in. And as you approach, the sixth bell sounds. Now the whole of the UDA is on one clock. And whenever there's a bell, the chime is felt throughout the land. It's kind of just a low rumble. And you all open the door, and you see Aaron Voss sitting behind a desk. It's like a very simple to-do office, nothing much crazy. Aaron Voss, you look up. You might have seen his picture on the little profile picture. He is a half-elf, short black hair, but he's wearing like this big round black hat. Pale skin, wearing like a black suit that turns into a robe with like a big popped out collar. And his hands, like you can kind of tell there's like tattoos that seem to go up his arms, but they're covered by his sleeves. But he looks up at the four of you, goes, "Oh, perfect. Greetings. Please come sit. Man, I was just cleaning up the office for all of you. Aaron Voss, lovely to meet you all in the flesh. Oh, and before I even say anything, here is your consulting fee." And he slides each of you a small coin purse containing 50 gold. Do make yourselves comfortable, though. Please, come in.
I give a faint curtsy and enter the room.
Have our drinks arrived yet?
Yeah, your drinks come by.
Is it like a bar cart with like a decanter on it?
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, it's like
please.
a bar cart with a decanter on it. Yeah, it's a bar cart.
She'll take the rocks. She'll take the rocks glass, give herself like 2 fingers, leave that on the bar cart, and then just go sit down with the decanter.
Bold.
You see Masada look at Ari doing this and go, oh, I expected no less.
Ari just squints at you. She just gives you side eye and squints.
I give you this gesture that seems to indicate, the brown is going to stick to your thighs.
The side eye is really funny, given that you just described your character as like not having discernible pupils.
I think you know what? That makes it better.
Everyone knows exactly
Look,
what's happening.
I know when my sister gives me side eyes.
Mauro just quietly takes the seat with the bag in his
Oh.
hand and lays it on the table still. Like he's considering if he'll take it or not, depending on what he says next. Or he's just gonna
You guys hear Zaris make a loud like, sorry, I zoned out for a second. I was thinking about what I could buy with 15 gold pieces. For
15
protein.
gold pieces.
It's actually 50
he goes, oh man, I need to stop skipping math class. Man.
Do you Do you need instructions? I'd be more than happy to teach you a few things.
No, I obviously know that 2 comes after 5, 5 comes after 49, and then 49 is in between 3 and 17.
You can see the embolism that Masada develops on her forehead. I haven't heard this thought. She simply scrunches her fingers over the bridge of her nose and goes, "Wow, you're
And
so right.
it's
I suppose later we're gonna have to have a discussion about how right you are. Does that sound fine to
Ari,
you?"
you see your sister shamelessly lowering herself for a man.
You know what?
62 comes after 48.
I am
I thought
You
not.
know what,
I
Zaris?
am not lowering myself. I am actually ashamed of how stupid this man is, and I'm going to assist him because it is
You
my
know what,
duty as a
Zaris?
good person.
You know what, Zaris? I take back what I said downstairs. I quite like you around.
Uh, wait, but you never said you didn't like me before.
Well, I like you now.
Oh, oh.
I stifle a
Um,
chuckle.
Any, I could not get more than enough of this. But please, I don't want to waste your time here. Yes, so please, that consulting fee is just for your showing interest in coming out to the job. We here at Apex Strategics greatly value your time, and we want you to know that we believe in cultivating premier talent here,
Cut to the
and
chase.
consider
Bang, bang,
this
bang.
an investment.
He
Well,
says, "Cut to the chase." Bang, 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 and slides
of course, of
the
course.
body forward. Like he's gonna, like he's to consider he's gonna leave or not off of his chair and get out of here.
I actually agree with our diminutive friend. What do you need, and what is the pay, and what is the time scale?
Cut to the most chase possible. I need a person surveilled. Um, I believe less than a week, less than a 10 day should suffice, say 5 days. And payment for this operation, a paltry sum of 400 gold to be delivered upon completion of the objectives, with potentials for a bonus should you exceed expectations.
What?
Now,
Now,
is
would you
that
like more of the meat, or is
400
that chase enough?
each?
400 each, that is correct.
Who's the target?
Hmm.
Yeah, who needs to be
Well,
surveyed?
well,
And
let's get into
do I
it.
have to bring? And do I have to take these three with me? Because I could disappear right now.
Um, I crafted this team, choosing you all together because I believe this is a mission that would require all of your unique talents and capabilities to complete. Now, of course, you might have already noticed that you all share a tradition of spell casting, and no doubt that will come into much use here. He hands you all sort of um like a little dossier, a little like manila folder and everything. Um, in it, you see a picture of sort of like a plain looking half elven man, wearing sort of like a suit, glasses. This is none other than our friend Herbert Smithern Hemlock.
What the hell
Now,
of a name.
Mr. Hemlock is an engineer for the company Ecologic. I'm assuming you are all familiar perhaps with Ecologic. If not, I'll explain. They are a sustainable magitechnology company getting their footing here on the East Coast. And, well, they have a small problem. And that problem
Respect.
is that they have a important deadline coming up, presenting for an important federal contract to
Respect for its
develop a
dignity
certain.
and
You want to roll insight as
As he's monologuing, yes, as he's telling us the quest and the details.
Sure, roll insight. As Okay,
Oh.
yeah. Voss so far is if any of you did any Googling, you would have found Voss on Reputation, which is or on Reputable, which is like the LinkedIn. You would have seen his job, which he says now. He says, "Now, I am an external assets cultivator and manager here at Apex Strategics. Now, Ecologic has reached out to us because they have come to some suspicion that Mr. Hemlock here is engaging in some sort of untoward activity in his free time. Now, of course,
Well, he
to
is named
check.
after a poison, so there's a high likelihood he's poisonous.
Well, he does come from a wood elf family, I hear. It is a somewhat important. It's a somewhat old money name actually from around these parts. Funnily enough, but yes, Mr. Hemlock has come under some suspicion for engaging in some thing. They don't know what, but they've noticed unusual behavior, and they have they are worried because he is the supervisor of the project that they are going to be submitting, which is again sort of a sustainable layaway development in the Northeast. They want this project, they want this contract from the government, and they're worried about any sort of change in behavior that might signal, well, anything unexpected that could not in the contract. Now, I of course have more details in there for you, but I will just give you the terms of the operation, which is that if you are to do this work for Apex Strategics, you understand that you are brought in as as a deniable asset. You have no connection, of course, to Ecologic or to Apex Strategics. And if you find yourselves in hot water or anything of the kind, Apex will
We were
send
never.
you to
I was
prison.
never. I was never here.
Now, this would actually probably be the first time any of you guys have had a job like this because you've all you've been engaged in like pretty standard like hero work, things like that. This is a bit more intriguing, is what it sounds like. No, but of course, that isn't to say that I'm not here at your service. I've made a main name for myself in this business for providing effective tactical support to the ones in my employ. Now, I'm sure you might have some questions that I can answer at this juncture. If not, I can move on. But please, air your grievances, voice your concerns.
This Hemlock fella,
Oh,
he's.
yes,
It, so,
yes.
I'm just trying to follow here. You just need us to pretty much just watch them for half a 10 day, and then we get 400 gold.
Essentially, yes. However, we want you to watch him, and then if you find evidence of any activity that he's engaging in, if you are to bring that evidence to me, to then Ecologic, that would be considered case closed. That would be the ideal outcome. Ecologic knows he's doing something abnormal, whether that's an affair, or he's gambling when he shouldn't, or, or he's selling company secrets to our Pantheon. These are all on the table, and Ecologic would pay premium for those questions answered. And yes, of course, you do need. Now, Ecologic, of course, like most countries, is oath bound by sacred law to entitle their employees to certain protections. So, firm evidence is required for Ecologic to make any kind of move against Mr. Hemlock. He has what you might call some primo life insurance, resurrection, the works. And, well, they want things to be iron tight before they make a move on him. If indeed it is something that needs to be made. If it's just an affair, I'm sure that can be dealt with in house. But, anything more extreme, well, evidence and investigation would be appreciated. But essentially, yes, you are just going to be following this man. I would say you have 5 days. That is when the contract is to be awarded. And that after that point, it really doesn't matter what he's up to in the short term. So our hands are clear at that point. So that was. Thank you.
You just need some
Any other questions?
plausibly deniable private investigators.
Yes. Well, Apex Strategics is always looking for plausibly deniable private investigators or fixers of any kind. I cultivate talent for this company. That is what I do, and consider this also an audition for other jobs down the line. Should you perform to expectation.
So, are we gonna be like fighting anybody?
Well, I think that's entirely not up to me to say at the moment. Now, if you're asking about complications regarding his home, I can certainly offer you that. If you turn to page here, he has a home in Green Falls. Green Falls is a lovely wooded park neighborhood, very wealthy. Now, if you were to do any investigating at his home, you would find that the neighborhood there has contracted out a private security department. They are called Castellan Securities. They devise a variety of nasty constructs. He shows you a couple pictures of like these mechanical animals, basically. Like you see a couple like you see like these robotic owls, these like giant dire wolves that are like these like kind of arcane magitech constructs, cybernetic creations. They are ruthless in how they protect their clients. And I imagine that should you have to take this investigation to his home, that may be, well, you may in fact have to tangle with security.
All right, that is good to know.
Now, of course, any of you, if you can acquire this information however you'd like, if you'd like to just take it off of him, if you'd like to just mug the man, and steal his mirror, that is of course an option. Or if you have the ability to make a copy of it, that's another option. If you'd like to intercept his messages on the astral web, that is of course also an option. Do you know? Do you need a fixer in town? Anyone can roll a history check for me here to see if they need a fixer in town.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
All right, let's see, nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh no!
Zeris has like forever lost a memory.
Zeres, you forget your social security number. Okay, actually, Masada, you know someone on this side. You've been around here before. There is a Myconid man named Grumsy, an old Myconid, who is known to sell hardware, if we put it like that, for various sort of subterfuge criminal operations, that sort of thing.
Everyone else rubs their chin so hard to try to jog their memory that they actually give themselves permanent brain damage. But all Masada
That isn't.
does.
That's what you might imagine.
My character thinks, dude, what's a fixer? Do I have one of those? When's the last time I dealt with tech? I usually just smash things or take it and give it to someone smarter than me.
Yeah, Masada just runs through her intellect and goes, "Ah, yes, of course, dear old Grumsy. He's always so dependable. He's like a fungus. He sticks to everything. Oh, he is a fungus. Never mind."
Oh, perfect. Now, of course, I've gone to the trouble of providing some leads on the matter. Mr. Hemlock has a husband. His name is...
Well, congrats, series. It's your go.
What does that mean?
No, that was meta. That was
His,
meta.
his name is Jeremiah Gell. He is a Pilates instructor.
Oh my
Now,
fucking god.
Jeremiah has recently been, I think the term is vague posting on his Limelight account about frustrations with his husband not coming home lately, or until late at night. So that is potentially a lead as well. There is an employee who was recently fired by Ecologic who used to work for Mr. Hemlock. Her name is Serena Selignor. She is not parted fondly with him. So
Okay, quick
perhaps
thing.
may
So
have some insight.
when you're bombarding us with these hard to spell names, can you put them in
I'm
the
posting
channel?
the name. I'm posting them in the thing. Don't
I
worry.
was like, I'm not even gonna attempt to fucking pronounce these.
No to
Jeremiah,
non-existent.
what?
Oh, the G in the end should be switched around and Selignor. I think like that, yeah. That real Italian shit.
Hey!
Where are you posting this?
Oh, this is just in the sorry, this is in the Forge chat. I'm posting chat info everywhere. That's my bad. I'll be more consistent. I will post things in the Foundry chat unless for whatever reason I need to like copy and paste it from something that's on my iPad, in which case that will go to Discord and I'll let you know if something's going to Discord, okay?
Okay, so Jeremiah is the husband who's the Pilates instructor who thinks that their marriage is falling apart.
Essentially.
And Serena is the scorned employee.
That is correct. Now, she left some interesting reviews on the company Glassdoor, and Glassdoor is the same in this universe. She cites that Mr. Hemlock has taken recently to wearing a lot of perfume. Not a red flag necessarily, but an unusual thing. Now, it is obnoxious behavior. It does suggest that perhaps he's found a paramour or something like that. But I leave that up to you. Oh, and here is his address. And you also have Hemlock's address out in Green Falls, which is, again, like a very woodsy neighborhood outside of the town. It is a lovely property on the Katomi River. Again, the forest and the land around it is patrolled by these security units, though there are ways around that. The river is, of course, unguarded, but I would advise against going through the river.
Now, it seems that you've given us quite a few targets, and they seem to be spread across quite a bit of distance. Could there perhaps be some kind of transportation accommodation that's included within our package? Because that would really
Of course.
assist.
That is an excellent question, Masada. Yes, if you should choose to take on this endeavor, he slides you for each like 4 kind of black sleek cards. These are Instamount gift cards. Consider them your transport anywhere. And then he slides you another 4 set. And these are an unlimited fast feast card. So any food or things like that, please let us take care of those things. Now, of course, if any of you do not want to take this on, he slides you tickets. That is also an option for you. And, of course, transportation back to your area of choosing will be provided after the mission is over. Again,
Now,
I can't stress enough that we care about supporting you. What's that?
Does the fast feed cards, these gift cards, do they cover things other than food?
They will cover things serviced by Fast Feast. Now, I understand that Fast Feast has expanded to sending light items and things like that around. Bear in mind that someone will be looking at these expense reports. It won't be me, but don't go too crazy. But please treat yourself while you're here. That is contradictory advice, I know. You could maybe get like groceries, things you might be able to get like a grocery store, that sort of stuff with a Fast Feast card, and then Instamount lets you get around.
A Louisiana grocery store or a normal grocery
Virginia
store?
grocery store.
Fuck.
Yes, they don't sell alcohol. They don't sell hard alcohol at grocery stores here. That's for one thing.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we border Utah.
All right, so Darius is hearing all this, and he's like, he's been taking notes, and his notes just say important guy Pilates, important woman, angry, important person.
Surprised he doesn't spell the word important.
Oh, it's not spelled right. When I say that he says these words are like it's spelled so fucking wrong that only he can understand it, and people
Yeah,
think
Darius
he just
knows exactly what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay, so you're illiterate in the way that Charlie is illiterate from It's Always Sunny.
oh yeah no.
Where
So here's the
it's
thing.
not so much that you're illiterate, it's that you have your own language.
I like to think that people think whenever he writes anything down, it's like in Druidic, but you all are like, no, this is still fucking gibberish.
He thinks it's
He's
Druidic.
just writing fucking thieves' cant to himself. It has nothing to do with it actually being words or anything. It's literally just he wrote something down and then he makes him remember what he's supposed to remember by staring at
Exactly.
doodle bobble letters until he forgets in like 2 days. He's a goldfish.
Dude, 2 days? You're giving him a lot of credit. He forgets within an hour. He's already forgotten half of your names. He's just too embarrassed to remember it.
Oh, and you have lodgings at the nearby Hilton.
I like how it's still a Hilton.
Constants
Yes,
and
what else would it be?
variables. I fold my hands across my waist and I look at this particular gentleman. I stare him dead in his eyes and go, "What is your stake here? Because honestly, if we're going to work with the same semblance of candor that you wish for us to display, I need to know where you're at. We need to be on the same plane here. What's your stake? I need to know how deep I need to dig in. I need to know how deep I need to press for information. What do you truly need out of this?"
I will tell you that I do not care particularly about Ecologic's goals of gaining this contract. So their success there is immaterial to me. I'll say that first thing. Now, second thing is as an externals manager for Apex Strategics, it is if anyone's head is on the line, should a external go rogue or drastically fail or blow up in our face, it would be my head quite literally on the chopping block. But the third thing is, and I said it before, I consider this an audition of sorts. I am interested in moving up in the world. I want to develop a team, or I want to develop. The word stable sounds, improper, but I want to develop a roster, if you will, of reliable, capable, and effective heroes who are willing to grow with me on my journey. And I know that where I'm headed, there is much excitement and much to be gained. So, I'm wanting to see if you all have what it takes to follow me there.
We're a rising tide and you are the boat. And you simply wish to see
Essentially,
if we
yes.
match.
I am looking to. Well, you are also the boat too. I'm looking to see which one of you will, or not which one of you, because this is a. Didn't forget that. I'm looking to see how you comport yourselves. Essentially, yes. You are the rising tide. I would like to rise with you, but I need to know before I get too far in how capable you are. Now, of course, I've seen what you've all been doing. I wouldn't have recruited here if I didn't think you had it in you, and I wasn't intrigued by your missions. So, that's my stake in this. I'm a very personal, very ambitious, very self-centered man.
Hmm, I see now. Well, ladies, gentlemen, are we ready to avail ourselves of this opportunity? I see no
Oh,
reason to dilly dally.
I'll be honest. I've been ready to go for like the last like 10 minutes. Um, um,
He forgot how to use down flips.
uh, Maslada.
Yes, dear.
Oh, I said it right. Thank God. Nothing. Just remembering Maslada.
Well, let's not go that far, my dear, but I understood your intent. I'm not one to judge.
Oh no, I was just trying to remember your name.
It's Masada, my dear.
Oh, Not enchilada. Understood. Gotcha.
So, zooming out a bit, I'll ask you. We can kind of say that this is sort of planning. What would be your first move here? You can either maybe pull something tonight or wait. You know roughly that Mr. Hemlock will wake up and go to work the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Um, so you can choose to perhaps try and go to his home while he's not there. You can try and follow him around. You can try and make contact with one of these other people. What is the plan?
I believe that we should go towards the roost first. See what's going on at home.
I
And
was going
then
to suggest the same thing.
Oh, well, I mean, I have an idea.
Masato folds her hands across her waist, leans back ever so slightly, arches her head, and just stares at Zeres with a kind of gingerly tender smile, and waits.
Oh, so his husband does Pilates, right?
Yes.
I'm technically a personal trainer, so what if I offer to do a personal training at his house?
For Mr. Hemlock or for
His
the
husband?
Pilates instructor?
Masada's jaw drops, because that's actually a very good idea.
Well, his husband, right?
I. It's actually rather sound. I. I support your efforts, Zeres.
Oh, okay.
Do do you have
Do
a
we have
retinue?
baby oil?
Um, there's a friend of mine, unfortunately, recently incarcerated, and he.
Sorry.
Oh my god. A negative heroic inspiration. Negative heroic inspiration. You have disadvantage on your next roll.
Are you saying Masada is friends with this world's version of P.
Oh
Diddy?
my god.
Of P. Diddy? That's actually very concerning.
That
Instead
would
of
that
a
would
thousand
be
bottles, instead of a
that
thousand
would be
bottles of baby oil, it was 1,000 bottles of grease. It was 1,000 scrolls of the grease vow.
He
oh my
unfortunately
god.
passed in a very tragic accident, and he bequeathed me 1,000 bottles of grease. I happen to have quite a few of them.
Oh, okay.
I,
Yeah, as long as like so let's wait until tomorrow. Oh actually, well let me go to the Pilates class now to find out where it is. Do we know where he does Pilates at?
Yeah, you can. We'll say that you guys are kind of at the hotel, kind of strategizing. You can message Voss, and he'll kind of give you information as you need it. But yeah, he teaches Pilates at a lovely place in Averhold, which is like a nice college town near Nexus City. Um, he teaches Pilates at a place called um,
Is there
Not
like
Unfit Studios.
is there
What?
like a this world version of Grinder by chance?
I'm
Oh my
glad
god,
you
yeah.
ask, because he has a name,
There,
and what is it, Adam?
there exactly is, and the name is Pounder.
Pounder.
That is this version of
Wait,
Grinder.
can it still be Grinder, but instead it's just like the symbol instead of like the mask, it's just like an actual like grinding stone?
Well, that was funnily enough, I did learn for the first time that grinder in fact refers to like coffee grinding, and I was like, that's interesting.
Wait,
But
can Grinder actually be an XP generating app for mutual combat, and then Pounder is for butt fucking dudes?
yes, okay, yeah, that's actually really good. Okay, so grinder is like this mutual like training app, and Pounder is like explicitly the hookup app now. Grinder has ended up also becoming a hookup app because what do you do when you mutually train with someone?
Get all
Zeres has
sweaty
both.
and
Okay,
They
have you
get.
seen the Black Mirror episode where they have hyper realistic fighting simulators and people just use them to bang each other?
I have not seen that.
That's actually one of my favorite ones. It's fucking hilarious.
It's incredible. You gotta watch it.
Dude.
Actually, after this, we are having a mutual watch show of it, and I insist
Okay,
on it.
so then Zaris pulls it up and he pulls up. He's like, originally I was trying to get grinders so that way I could so that way I could practice sparring, but I accidentally misread G and P and I got pounder. So I got really confused. And this guy was like, "Are you cut?" And I thought he meant like my abs, but he did not mean my abs. Let's
Mara
see.
was trying to consider how did he navigate the keypad to spell the correct word, and thinking, no, he probably just handed this to someone and said, "I want this," and described something wrong.
Probably. Listen, Zaris asks for help from a lot of people. That's why he's kind of charismatic. But
Zeri's gym bros are so used to just doing random things for Zeris. He's that fun to hang out with.
it's like, dude, how do I do my taxes? So what you want to do is get your W-2.
He has
Oh
a
my
God.
gym rat who has like 20 intelligence.
You're not a
Which
W
is
two.
the
You're a
biggest
1099, and you
Not
know
too
it.
many.
So Zaris is gonna take out his phone and he's gonna like scroll through real quick to see if he finds this lonely house husband.
I would say this
Or Mr.
this could
Hemlock.
be- This could this could be. Oh, what kind of
Wait,
check would be?
hold on
scrolling
a second.
Can this be survival? Can this be survival?
Wait, before we
That-
do
that's
anything,
kind of
wait,
funny.
before we do anything, Amaro is attuned to the stars and divination, and oh shit, actually he just dipped.
Sure, I'll be back.
Yeah. Do we want to take a pause so he can dip back in?
Sure. I mean, you guys can continue planning, or if you want to take a break, use bathroom, things like that.
I
it's
think
also
I think we
good.
should take a fiver because he just dipped out. Like maybe his internet went out.
Oh, his internet went out. Oof.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can we just
Well,
can we say this is a survival check because I'm trying to track somebody down?
Oh fuck.
That's actually really funny.
He's got
That's
a
really
point.
funny.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
But can we?
This can be a survival check on that reason.
Oh, let's fucking go.
We'll call like a 5-minute break just so I can use the bathroom and things like that, and then
All right, we'll
come
call
back.
it 5.
Sound.
And action.
So Zaris is gonna go. So right now I'm trying to find this guy on Pounder, so that way I can go, match up with him, meet him at the Pilates place, and then I can offer to be his pool boy, so that way I get into his house. And then from there, I don't know, we're in his house, so whatever we have to do for this job. I kind of zoned out, not gonna lie.
How about while you're looking through Pounder and getting into the or what's the word? Pants? Not pants. I don't know. And nor do I care. Anyway, I think we should go find this Serena Selignol. While you go talk to Jeremiah, we'll go talk to Serena.
Okay.
And then when you find the information, and then if you find a way to get into his house, you let us know.
So, is the plan that Zeres is going to try and meet up with Jeremiah outside of the house and like establish a way into the house, like get a meeting?
Yeah.
And then
So
you guys are gonna go. Okay.
So he's planning to essentially he's planning to connect with him on Pounder and be like, "Hey, I thought you were cute and I'm new in town. Do you know any gyms to work out at?" And then this person's probably gonna be like, "Oh, you can come work at my Pilates place." And then I'm gonna go show off my fish abs, and then I'm gonna be like, "I'm poor and I need to work at a job, but the only job I know how to do is a pool boy." And he's gonna be like, "Oh, well, you can come work at my pool," and then I do it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
And also, the great thing about this plan is I'm not lying at all during any of it.
It's just I do need a job. I am a good pool boy.
I think I'll accompany our friend over there, just so I can use a fun spell. I'm like, oh, I can put that on my list. That's a great spell.
So who is going to try and make contact with Jeremiah, and who's going to try and make contact with Serena? Is it the siblings going to Serena and
The other two go,
Amaro?
yeah, pretty much.
Perfect.
I love this. Let's do it. Like,
Arnold's gonna be his visible wingman. He's got this.
Okay. Perfect. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Ian is sending me things. You guys. Yeah. So let's see. So that's 17. That is definitely you're definitely gonna be able to find him. It kind of in towards the end of the night, toward you guys are like chilling in this hotel room around like midnight. So around this would be the 12th bell. Now in this world, between bells is about 2 hours, and between the 11th and the 12th bell, there's like an extra 2 hours that isn't accounted for. It's called the twilight shift. It's sort of a time of liminality. A lot of people choose to like meditate or things like that during this time. Other people choose to go out and get very hammered, but it's a time. It just exists. No one is sure why, but it exists. So the around the 11th or the 12th bell, somewhere in that space, you do match with Jeremiah, who I'll say on that survival check with that 17, he actually messages you first. You see, he sends you.
God damn.
He says cut.
Guys, okay, so he's. Oh, I got a message back from Jeremiah. Oh, he just says cut. Should I just say yes,
and then you see
winky
him follow up
face?
with like, you see he like starts typing again. He's like, I mean, hey, you new in town, or I've never seen you before.
Hey, and he passes the phone over to Masada, and he goes, "I can't type very well. Okay, just put yes, winky face. I am visiting for work. No, can't put work because I'm trying to say that I'm homeless. I'm visiting because I heard about a festival, but I got the dates mixed up.
Wow, that happy to help. Go ahead, make a deception check for me.
All right. Uh,
13. He is willing to believe that. So even if he might be like, well, he's here to see a festival. He's like totally just like, oh, well, I mean, of course I can help him out. So yeah, you're definitely able to get in on that. And you set up a meeting with him. After a bit more chatting, you set up a meeting with him at he of course, as you predicted, offers you his gym as a place. He says, "Do you want to swing by a class? I teach Pilates, and I would. You look really. I mean, I would love to have you in there to um be there."
oh, dude, and Zeris goes, "That sounds awesome."
Amazing. He sends you like the details for where it is and everything, and where it is to be.
All right. Zeris
So
looks at the
you
group
have
and he
that.
goes. Zeris looks at the group and goes, "All right, guys, I got secured."
Perfect. Tomorrow, you go
Yep,
talk
yep.
to Pretty Boy, and we'll go talk to the scorned employee.
Now, I actually don't really know how to move people between pages yet, but we will figure that out. Can I just say
You
no?
right
Oh,
click
do
the
I activate a
page and
scene?
click
Is that
yeah,
how it
and
works?
then it'll automatically pull all of us to the scene. But we need tokens in the scene to actually see the scene.
Oh, I see. I see. You can't just like bring your tokens out onto the scene, or you just need
No,
to.
actually I think we can. So activate the scene and we'll drop our tokens and we'll see how that works.
Okay, cool. We will activate this. We'll call this. We'll just use this new planning scene here that Ian has gifted me with. See if you can like drag your tokens out and onto it. If not, no worries. I will just
Yeah,
try and
we can.
I'll
I
start
can. I
drop
can
though.
see it.
Okay.
It's in
Perfect.
black.
I mean,
Oh, you have to unpause the game.
oh yeah.
Also,
Okay.
the scaling is off. I'd probably
Yeah,
double it.
yeah. You know what? We'll work that out later. But yes, you guys. So you have this plan. How do you guys want to try and find this Serena Selenor?
Do we not have her address?
Uh, actually, yeah, you probably would have her address as like the last address on file.
Okay. Yeah, my vote
So
is to
plan
go
to just
there.
show up at her house.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That would probably happen in the morning, and then the Pilates class would be in the afternoon. So if you guys, if you, or
Do
actually,
we
I'll say that
do
these happen
all
around the same
four of
time,
us?
just by splitting the party.
Oh, okay.
Or unless, you could definitely structure it so that you can all go to both of these things.
I mean,
Is that something
do
we're
we
interested
want to?
in?
Do we want to
I'm fine.
go?
I'm fine
Do
with
all
that.
four of us want to go to both of these things?
You can all show
Um,
up at a Pilates class, certainly.
I'm gonna fold my hands across my waist yet again and go, I believe it would
well,
be
maybe
best
if
if we were all
yeah,
together.
I was gonna say maybe it would be best for separate because that way we can give plausible deniability if my plan doesn't work out.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
strangely
that's true.
astute.
Like if you guys fail at your job, we have a second chance of me being able to go meet it. But if I fail at my job, you guys have a second chance of doing your thing too.
Okay, I want to hear that, but I want to hear it like a dumb person explain it.
Sorry.
Was that?
So I mean, if I fail at my thing, then like you guys could do your thing, and vice versa.
No, no, you make a good point. If we're split up, then if you can't get in with the pool boy, then one of us can try to.
Or if the
That's true.
or the
Tomorrow can
disgruntled
try.
employee is lying to you.
Yet
We have something
again,
else to go on. Huh?
yet again, Xeris has yet again proven himself to be quite the astute observer of the mortal condition.
So we'll fast forward here. How would you guys try to? Would you just try to like knock on her door in the morning? We're talking to the siblings here, Masada and Ari, who are going after Serena Selenor.
Okay,
Yeah, basically, Ari's plan. So on our like trip over in the magic Uber,
Mhm.
it's like deathly quiet. There's like so much tension, and finally Ari just goes, "Now here's what I'm thinking. We just simply knock on the door. We're from Humanoid Resources. We want to talk about her recent employee work because she may have, I don't know, a chance to get a settlement for getting shit canned."
hmm. I believe that would work, sister.
So, you two are sisters?
Well,
Um,
we didn't say we knocked on the door yet, buddy.
No, this is the Uber
no, this is
driver.
the Uber
Sorry.
driver.
You guys, the Uber is just sitting there bored because you guys are just sitting there in silence. He's like, you guys sisters? Trying to make conversation, man. Humor him.
Wow.
Yes.
No, but yes.
No, wait. I put my left hand very firmly on the Uber driver's right shoulder and go,
The Instamount driver's shoulder. Yeah.
half sisters.
Oh well. That is cool. I mean, I have a half brother, and you know, he lives back in the back of my country, and yeah, I do not get to see him often, so it's nice that you get to see each other. Anyway, we are here. And he drops you off at like just a nice apartment building. This one is in Adlington. Um, and you guys quickly kind of find her address. It's like it's not really an apartment building as much as it is like a series of townhouses. So it's not hard to find her specific building. You knock on the door, and you see that a startled looking human woman wearing like sweatpants, hair is kind of a mess. T-shirt, opens the door, looks at the two of you. Um, I'm sorry. Can I help you?
What was the name of the company that? Not
Ecologic.
Ecologic. Okay. With using the elementalism cantrip, just kind of making like a little puff, almost making it seem like there is like wind and just kind of like not inclement weather, but just kind of like make it seem like we've walked here, or we've been walking further than we have. If that makes sense.
Ooh. Oh. Okay, yeah, that I would say
Kind
that
of
kind of adds to sort of the mystique here for sure. Adds to
messes up.
social.
Yeah, Ari kind of like messes up her hair, kind of making it seem like, we've been running around all day, but it's like our first stop.
Nice. Yeah.
Try
You
to get a
look like,
couple
oh
hit
hey, we're
points.
just fresh off the instant. Yeah, you look like, yeah, you're kind of harried. Perfect. Yeah, sorry. Can I help you with anything?
Uh, are you Serena Selignol?
Yes, Serena Selenior. I'm sorry. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm here with.
I extend out a
She look.
faint hand and go, "My name is Masada, and we're here simply to conduct your exit interview for Ecological Enterprises. You'll have to excuse me, we've been running around all day. We're run ragged. Just trying to get a sense of how you felt about the company, if you have any commentary and things of that nature. And before you get concerned, this is all perfectly confidential and what have you. Now, if you have a few moments, we'd be tickled pink if we can simply pick your brain about how things were at the company."
Roll a deception check with advantage here.
Oh man,
As yeah, with this spell work and with that nice talking, we'll see what you.
Mama is
Okay,
not good at
10.
these.
Um. Oh,
The face
is
is in
that
the
with
wrong
advantage?
location.
Oh God.
The face is,
See,
the face is in the
she
wrong
kinda goes,
location.
Hang on, I'm trying to see if
okay.
I could wild shape into anything that has a higher charisma than me. Because I could still talk in wild shape, so like,
Just
I'll
wild.
Wait, wait, wait,
I'll
wait,
walk
wait.
away and come
Wait,
back.
actually, hold on a
Well,
second.
you
Hold
know,
on a
I
second.
wasn't gonna do it when you were a human, but now that you're a bear, like,
Now that you're a talking cat,
Wait, hold on a second.
let's
I have a thing for this. And if you feel that speaking to a humanoid may be a bit distracting, we actually have an emotional support animal program. And then I point to my sister. Do it.
yes,
this is like the
you
Thor. This is like the Thor Loki. Do get help, kind of like you've pulled this maneuver before back when you were children. Like one of you would turn into a cat to like get sympathy and things like that.
she's remembering this like go get help scheme, and she goes,
Yeah.
"Yes, if you are fond of cats or toads or goats,
Oh, I love toads actually.
perfect,
Do it.
Just
perfect.
like really big
Perfect.
toads. Just big
Give me,
slimy toads.
give me 1 second." And you see her like take a step back because she's about to become a large creature, and just kind of like crack her neck, and then like very methodically, her body just like starts to like twitch
It's
and
like
tweak, and she becomes this like big white. She turns into a giant toad, which is one of my
wow.
known forms.
Oh my god.
and she will, once she becomes the giant toad, it's still like the skin is still stark white with like these like golden bands across it. Kind of how all Beast
It's a
Boys
celestial
animals are
toad,
green.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like a, yeah.
all of her transformations look celestial.
That's
And then
awesome.
because of 1D&D, you could talk in wild shape as the toad.
You can.
She'll just look up at or look down at Serena and go, "Whoa,
You get inspiration for doing a frog voice as a character voice, like a character frog voice. Oh my god.
whoa,
Okay, give me like 10 seconds here. I'm gonna go get changed, and then there's like a Brewcrafts down the street. We can do it there. Um,
Of course,
and then we
whatever
kind of like
helps
cut.
you.
And as you say, like whatever helps you be more comfortable. It's Masada and Serena sitting there, and then this massive toad in like the equivalent of a Starbucks, just chilling. So yeah, what do you guys
a
what do you want to
barista."
know? She hands you both like coffees. Everyone else, like, you see a couple of people give you like looks, but it's actually like people are just trying to go to work. They're like, you know what, big toad looks a little funky. Time to go to work.
A barista comes up to us and is like, you can't bring a pet in here. And Ari just looks at them and goes, "I'm nobody's pet."
Right? Oh, I'm so sorry about that, ma'am.
Pardon
Well,
me? This
yeah.
is no pet. This is my sister. Can't you see the resemblance?
I'm so. Uh, uh, please, have our new uh
We have our
frappuccino on the
mother's
house, please.
eyes.
I'll be right back with drinks. So you guys, so Serena, you see. So what do you want to know? What's I mean, okay, so yeah, it was like a good job at first, but then like honestly, and like listen, I am not like someone who's gonna like badmouth people. Like if you ask my friends, that is not who I am. Like it's really like someone has to be really bad for me to badmouth people. And fucking Herbert, oh my god, the worst. First of all, the smell. And like I get it, people have their own choices, but like the perfume is so much. And then I don't know what it is, but like even when he wasn't wearing the perfume, it's like it was like gross. It was all like swampy, but oh, it was so weird. And then oh man, it's like look, I'm trying to like make it as a designer, as an engineer, as an artificer, and I'm like submitting ideas that are good. Like I know my designs are good, and then he's changing them, submitting them to meetings, and then of course, he just gets to say whatever he wants, so they love it. But I know he's like changing the plans, and that drives me up the wall. So I go to HR and complain. He comes to HR, we get into a whole thing, and then of course, I get a little heated. I get a little heated. And yeah, sue me. I end. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There. He's totally out here. I know he's out here talking to every other floromancer and faunomancer and every other kind of myco whatever. And I'm sick of it. I'm like this close. I'm like this close just moving. Because I thought the city would be for me, and I've. Anyway, what else did you want to know?
I look at the emotional support toad.
So, his smell, you described it as swampy when he wasn't wearing copious amounts of cologne and perfumes.
Yeah, and it's like it started later too. It was like around the time that we started working on this project, which is around the time that like I really started working with him because I didn't notice him wearing a ton of perfume before. But yeah, it's like you could even smell it when the perfume like wasn't super strong at the end of the day. But yeah, it was like this really deep, like boggy swamp smell. Like I don't know how to describe like a swamp smell. It's like it's a bit of like rotten egg, a bit of like mud almost. Like it's really like methane and sulfur kind of. gross. It's like, I mean, look, I get it. Look, but here's the thing. I know it's not gross. It's like, yes, this is like decay at its work. This is like we're breaking down the nutrient, all these things, but it's like not in the workplace, you know? And I think it was like, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but he just smelled terrible.
Hang on. Let me. Oh, I wouldn't be able to cast it in wild shape anyway. Never mind. But I'll look kind of at. I'll look at Masada and whisper in Druidic. Can you create the smell of a dead body with Druidcraft?
Let me look at the spell and see if I can. Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up right now. Right meow.
Ooh,
Right,
this is
meow.
interesting.
Because if we can. Because I have an idea that this guy was like turned into an undead and was being puppeted.
With sensory effect.
Could I roll insight or
It
like
says we can make the faint.
survival?
It says we can make the faint odor of skunk. I'm going to attempt to mimic the smell of bog that she's discussing. I also have prestidigitation too. If you think that would
You
be,
you you have been around swamps. You've done like restoration work in Charlottelier. You know what swamps smell like. You can definitely recreate this smell.
I'm going to recreate the smell.
Could I use survival perhaps to kind of? I kind of want to suss out if this is like like a living corpse trying to mask its rot.
You can try. You can definitely. I would say this could be
Medicine?
survival or. Yeah, I would say this would just be like kind of a wisdom check here.
Okay.
That would be a wisdom check for you. Um. Oh my God. Okay.
It's
Okay.
Lord Goddess
We'll come right
Minerva.
back to that in a second. But yes, you, Masada, you create the smell. It's like this puff of bog. She's like, oh my, like that's really close. That's basically it. Yeah. And, I mean, I just like, yeah, I don't know. It was so gross. Ari, that you're like chasing down this idea that he's a dead body, and it's like, yes, it very much could be. However, she didn't say anything about his appearance being weird and not like about him like applying a ton of makeup or anything. But what you are interested in now is you know that certain. Okay, you rolled a fucking nat 20, so I'll just kind of give you a big secret here. You know that like certain like Fae patrons, you have experience dealing with like extraplanar entities and like their influences on people. You know that like certain patrons of different kinds, they like leave a mark on their chosen warlock. That is sort of
oh,
just like it's not it's like a mark of ownership. It's a mark of like you are me in some sense. It's not
He
necessarily a
okay,
rational thing.
so he's an Alpha's Omega and he's been scented.
Oh my God! Wait. Yes, I guess so. Fuck. Yeah. Something like that, basically. Yeah, yeah. That's you hit on that, and you're like, that makes a ton of sense. Because yeah, if he was a dead body, you would. You think that would. You don't think she would have gone directly for Swampy if that were the case, and you think she
Mm-hmm.
would have also commented a bit more on his like personal appearance.
Okay. Perfect. I don't have any other questions for her. Unless she just wants to vent, and Ari's cool with just hearing her vent.
Okay.
I give my sister
You
the signal
guys,
that I am also amenable.
yeah, you guys listen to her vent for a while, and Olivia, for your like kind of insight and intuition here, you feel a connection to something in your like duffel bag that is currently like merged into your toad body, and the Shroud of Luna Light calls to you, and it
Ooh.
gains the features that I have sent to you over Discord.
Swag.
Meanwhile, at a Pilates class across town. What is okay, so you guys arrive at this studio, Hot and Fit Studios, Amaro and Zaries. You go up to the desk, you see this like stunningly gorgeous storm Goliath woman, like deep kind of purple skin, like thunderous hair, just very like large but also like toned. She goes, "Hey, oh, you must be Zary's Wave Strider, and you are." Excuse me.
His answer, his answer is his seeing eye dwarf. He gets
seeing
lost.
eye dwarf.
He gets lost. I'm his
You get
babysitter.
No, he's not my babysitter. He's very funny. He's actually a friend that I met nearby. Iron.
I'm just leaving. I just leave.
You're gonna wait
Just that-
outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. He gets a bit nervous about taking off his armor.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I was very nervous about being comfortable in my own skin too. And it's a journey for all of us, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you're here for the class. I'll let Jeremiah know that you're here, okay? Do you want a lemon water?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
All right, suit yourself. She kind of goes back, and a minute later, Jeremiah emerges. Jeremiah, kind of like a dusky skin, brown curly hair. He is a human. He comes out. Wow, you. Welcome, my friend Zaries from out of town that I know. He gives you like he like goes to do like kind of the European like kiss on each cheek.
Oh, yeah, and like there's just the kiss thing
Sort
back.
of stands there and lets it happen. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm so glad you could come and visit all this way. And he's kind of saying stuff to maybe throw people off the scent. We're about to get started. Why don't you come on back? And he takes you back into the studio, introduces you to the class. Class, this is Aries Windstrider. Go ahead and make a performance check for me as you just come into this class here.
Doing the class itself, or
Yeah, like the class itself, as you.
well,
come into
I was
this
gonna say,
Pilates
would
class.
that not be like athletics or acrobatics?
I
So I'm
would
not
say it
trying to,
could be. Yeah, why don't you
because
roll
I'm not trying to.
acrobatics? Why don't you roll acrobatics? If you're
I'll
trying
take
to like do something physical, yes. If you're just sort of like presenting yourself,
Let's fucking go!
19. Okay, that's good. You hit a move
It's
as you
like-
come in, basically.
Yeah, because like Pilates are just you following what they tell you to do.
Yeah. You like hit like a split drop, and everyone goes, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" Everyone freaks out. You see a couple people start to whisper and they go, "Oh my god! I know him. I follow him on Invisage. He's oh my god! What's he doing here? He's so hot." You see a couple people like kind of pulling up their mirrors in the background of the class. Jeremiah is happy to like lead the class and launch right into it. I will say, as the class goes on, give me an athletics check and give me a persuasion check here to try and sort of present yourself well in the class and also sort of like surreptitiously oh my gosh, 15 and an 18.
We don't miss.
This is like
Oh, yeah.
you do not miss when it comes to these things. This is so easy for you. You're just doing your thing, and then every time he looks at you, just give him like a good smile. And he just like, he can't look at you. You're totally, it's not even conscious. You're just like, man.
I'm just
after
Zeus
class-
is just like I'm having a good time. Yeah. He's like, and then he's like, Jeremy's like, does he keep smiling at me? He must want me so bad. Zeus, man, I'm gonna have fish for lunch. Yeah, fish for lunch.
Exactly the train of thought here. You after the class, Amaro, I'll ask you real quick, Amaro, what do you do as you're like out? What do you like do waiting outside? You're in sort of like a shopping center area. You can like explore around if you'd like to.
So first is he's making sure he meets the contact, and I see that he's having a good oh, he did a good job. People are laughing, like, oh good, he's got this. Then I don't need to be in there. I'm gonna take a look outside around the facility, see if I see anything out of place.
Okay,
I will be
make
under.
a perception check for me, or yeah, make a perception check for me then. Okay, 18. Um, you see everything outside. Everything outside's looking pretty good. You in fact see a lovely bagel shop across the street that smells very nice. And you're like, bagels in Nexus City? But hey. Yeah, it looks like the coast is clear, and you did a good job kind of securing the landscape. Zeri's going extremely well. After the class ends, Jeremiah comes up to you, and he's being more than a little friendly, just kind of touching you casually, things like that. Oh my God, Zeri's, you were amazing. That was so good.
Thanks.
Wow.
My brain told my body to move, and then it moved.
I really did. Wow. Whew, listen, I didn't know if you wanted to like get like a drink or something, or
Sorry,
just
I
kind
don't
of
drink
like what was your?
alcohol.
Oh wow, I bet that makes so much sense. Just like looking at you, what are you doing in town? Do you need a place to stay or anything like that?
No, currently staying with some of my friends. But I do not have a job right now, and I do need to come up with some money
Oh yeah.
soon. The only experience I have is as a pool boy, but I don't really know anybody with a pool down here.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, funnily enough, we do happen to have a pool now. So I could explain it a bit later, but I would love it if you could come clean my pool sometimes, Aries.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. I will say I do need pools cleaning supplies. Right, before I forget, very important about the fact of the matter. What's your chlorine level on your pool?
You're gonna get
I
there,
don't
and he's not gonna
know.
have a pool. He's just gonna be laying naked in the backyard.
Oh, it's
Can I,
it's a saltwater pool. It's a saltwater pool, actually.
can I
Oh,
cast
that's
message
pretty.
on him and just say you're in, and to smile and wave? Just smile. You're in. Just say sure
Uh,
anytime. Just smile. You're fine.
yeah, but I'm in. I'm very excited to come spend more time with you in your private domicile.
Amazing. Listen, can I get your number because I need to like, security in the area is just, I just need to send you like a checkpoint to make like a pass to just make sure that like,
Oh,
security doesn't have to freak
sure.
out when you get there.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember what my password to my phone is. Three
Your
zero
mirror, you
one
mean?
one. Huh?
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna send him my phone number because he can't remember to get
Your
his phone.
mirror. Your mirror
Here you
number.
go.
It's your mirror number.
Like Zeresh just goes, you can put it in yourself. I trust you to your personal touch.
Okay.
Doesn't want to explain that he doesn't know how to type numbers in.
He puts, oh my God, he puts the number in. That's me. He sends a text to himself that just says like Zaries with like a winky face. Please, come by anytime. My, okay, so my husband, he has not been around lately. I don't know what it is, but basically you could come by anytime after I'm done with my Pilates class. Because he doesn't get home until like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know these days, like 10th bell? Are we talking? Like, it kind of rude. But yeah, basically anytime I'm done in Pilates, and then he comes back like like a quarter past the 10th bell. So there's a lot of time for you to come over and clean my gutters. I mean
Oh, I
my
thought I was
pool,
cleaning your pool. Oh,
pool.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Anyway, I'll catch you later. I gotta go meet up with my friends so I can talk about them with plans for the evening.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. All right, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you
And you
too.
see, gives you a big hug, and then goes to leave. He does give you also his address, and then you see that he sends you a security pass for the Verdon Glen neighborhoods, or for
All
the Verdon
right.
Glen Hills.
He gets it and he's like, haha, nice, I'm in.
And I'll say that you guys can convene kind of at a at an arcane brewcrafts in the city here. It's like early evening now, probably about like I would say it's around like 5 o'clock, so that would be about half past the eighth bell. You guys have some time now to kind of reconvene and plan your next move.
I want to say I just give when we finally meet back up with Zeres, I just hand him the bagel I got him. Good job.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't put carbs in me earlier than actually. Oh wait, no, it might be time to put carbs in me.
Still haven't taken off the helmet, just sipping a coffee.
Ari is now wearing a cape, and she hears you talk about carbs, and she goes, "So you know what the elemental symbol for iron is, and you understand physiology enough to understand carbs and proteins and keto diets,
Uh-huh.
but you can't read."
I mean, he is a physical trainer.
I understand all that, and I understand that. I don't know.
So you gotta understand something about me, right?
There's a
The way
cognitive
that the
dissonance.
body, see, the way that the body and muscles work is very similar in all the animal kingdom. But reading's not natural. But body understanding how that works is natural. That's how I know it personally.
As you as you explain this, your like the dagger that you've kept kind of on your person, resonates with you, and you feel like you smell the salt of the sea, and you gain the features of the tooth of the great moss shark that I have sent you on Discord.
Oh, nice.
Zeres.
Oh. Huh. Man, I'm gonna be honest. My thing feels weird.
Yeah, I got this random cloak from a unhoused gentleman on a bench out towards Canis,
Tunza. Let me see.
and it turned into a silvery cloak, and then it turned into a giant frog, and it started feeling different, and so I put it on. Also, out of character, all of my because I'm an ASMR, all of my animal forms that I know come from the Bible. So a lion, a giant toad, a goat, or what is ostensibly a giant lamb, and a giant snake.
A singular, menacing toad. Just one toad.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't rain frogs. It was just one mean toad.
It's one frog.
Also, we did.
What did you guys learn?
We believe Hemlock is a warlock.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Now he's smelling of bog water and death. So, what kind of warlock he is unknown. Perhaps fiend, a great old one.
Oh wait, he smells like a bog?
Can we go try to guess? Can we try to arcane? Does it try to guess what kind of
A
warlock?
hag.
Do you want to try
Hags,
and like do some
hags are
research?
play.
Well, I mean, think about it for a second. He's a part
Yes.
of like an ecological company, right? Hags own plots of land. So it would make sense that a hag would want somebody who owns land in order to manipulate them, right?
It's actually quite keen, friend.
Thank you. I also found out that his husband's really pent up, like mad boner thin his pants, I'm pretty sure, during Pilates.
I'm going,
I did not
Masada.
need that information.
I think it's very mission critical that you understand how pent up his husband is. That could come up later. Like, like,
We're
who?
not going to gangbang his husband.
Whoa, we're not even gonna bang his husband.
We leave him in a room long enough, he might go after him. Good luck. Eats bagel.
Wait, where did you get bagels in this part of the country?
Aren't we in the Northeast? I mean,
We're in the
yeah.
Southwest, my dear. I'm.
No, I thought we were in the Northeast.
Wait, did we move to the Northeast now?
Mid-Atlantic-ish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there should
It's
be
well.
decent.
Okay.
Where do you put Northern Virginia on your map?
So, Masada presses her hand to her chin and starts rubbing it vigorously and goes, smells like a bog, water, maybe a fathomless warlock? That might track.
Wait, but you guys said Fae, right? So hag.
Well,
You
he
guys
is.
could definitely, if you wanted to try, well, you could
Arcana
try
check?
doing some research on what what the patron could be.
I want to try to do an Arcana check, and I want to fail miserably.
All right, let's see you fail miserably then.
You
Did you get a nat 20? Did you get a fucking nat 20?
No, I got a
No,
negative
Lucy, you
one.
didn't get that 20, but I
I'm
almost
gonna-
feel like I should award this for
Uh,
you saying that you were gonna.
I-
I can imagine that it's so idiotic and stupid that it kind of makes sense.
It's so stupid, it's brilliant. No, it's just goddamn stupid.
Okay. 11 from Amaro, 22 from Masada, -1 from Zares. Did anyone else want to try an Arcana? Okay. Ari, 2 on the Arcana. That's okay. That's okay. Ari, you've already done a lot of figuring out here.
That question is,
Amaro.
hey, Masada, what's your book do?
Listen, Ari didn't go to book school. Ari had to stay home and help mom while Masada went to book school. Okay?
Masada, what is your book?
Arcane ecology.
Let's see. Masada, you're like doing research here. Patrons, bogs, warlocks. Nothing is coming up that really just fits. It's not like there's like a deep sea creature that's noted for being bog related. Undead creatures typically have like a much more powerful kind of like stench of like death, like a really repellent thing. Fae seems like the closest, but you're not aware of anything that would be in this area that would be like, or that would be a Fae creature that would be interested in maybe like, whatever it is he's doing. You remember that that the project was something about like ley line infrastructure, like some sort of sustainable ley line infrastructure, and you remember that that Serena was saying that her plans kept getting changed, that he would keep changing her plans and submitting them. That she didn't know why, because she felt very confident in her designs.
Huh.
You're thinking about this. You're thinking like there's got to be something. It hits you that this is something like the plan. It just lines up too easily. Like it lines up easily. Like this is a patron that is interested for some reason in exactly what he's doing with this project, and it seems like the fact that this isn't like a really big thing. This isn't like, you're not getting the vibes of some like greater deity or fathomless great old one or something like this. It's a bit different, a bit smaller, a bit more local. As you're thinking about this and you're thinking you might need to check out like, okay, something like local to the area here. Zares, you get a text, because you're just like scrolling on your phone. You get a text from Jeremiah just being like, oh my god, look at all this stinky tea that my husband got. And Jeremiah sends you a picture of like these boxes of tea, like big boxes of tea, like and they're like the plain white boxes, and they have a simple logo that says made locally at Boggy Bottom Brewery coffee and tea.
Hey.
And it's just like this kind of like swampy logo on it. And
Hey,
yeah,
guys.
Jeremiah just sends you a couple texts just being like, and it reeks. Like, I mean, sorry, this is so info dumping, but like you smelled so good. And honestly, it's like a huge change of pace for my husband. And I'm like, I've been telling him to wear cologne, and he wears a lot. And he's just
Like,
gonna keep like
you just
your
see
phone
Zaris like,
your
you just see Zaris kind of mutes it and goes, hey guys, so you guys can't be mad at me.
No, that's a.
Yeah.
You guys promise you can't be mad at me. You have to promise that. That's very important.
Okay.
So you know how you guys
Pinky swear.
have been researching like half the night away,
Yes.
and I haven't really been adding to it. Well, I figured out where we can find out who he made the pact with.
Is there a local bog? No.
So, explain.
Well, there's a local tea company named Bogging, which I think that by the smell of a bog, it would be.
Would you be able to read the logo in the photo?
No, that's why I'm pronouncing it wrong by calling it
Oh,
Boggy
okay.
McBog.
I'm gonna.
So you're just sounding it out like.
Baji.
Boggy Bog.
Baji
I'm gonna.
Balam.
I'm gonna put up my hand and give
Can you
you a
show us the
look that
picture?
says "young man."
Oh, here you go.
Okay, what does it actually say?
It's in the Foundry chat.
Oh god damn it! Why did you put it there? Boggy
you.
Bottom Brewery, coffee and tea. Well, that sounds rather derivative.
That sounds like we need to stick. Hear me out. We go with Zari's plan to get proof that he's a warlock. Then, once we have, well, we kind of do have proof that he's a warlock, but we have to get proof for Aaron and Apex that he's a warlock. So once we get, but we could either get that from his house, or we get it from Boggy Bottom.
So is he getting teabagged at Boggy Bottom?
Oh my god. Please stop turning my lore into gross words.
Dog, you did that to
Sir.
yourself.
Sir.
I did. Oh my god.
Okay, you're the
Did
one
it
that
to
called
yourself,
the.
sir.
Yeah, the coffee shop is called
Uh,
Boggy Bottom. What do you want us to do with
This is based off of a real neighborhood in DC.
Yes, I know. It's a joke.
Oh yeah,
here. The
Boggy
awkward
Bottom.
part is
Yeah.
because of his husband is also having problems. So they're both having marital problems here. One's getting teabagged and one's looking for something in Pilates. This is great.
looking for something in Pilates indeed. But no, I did do this to myself. You're so right. First being scenting. That killed me. But yeah, you would know you would know, Masada, that Boggy Bottom is the name of a neighborhood in Nexus City. And that it is called that because Nexus City was once built on a swamp.
Hmm.
Would we have taken a short rest between my frog shenanigans and now?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good.
This would be, you could have a short rest between both of your operations and whatever you're about to do now. But for context, it's about 5:30 in the evening right now.
So, my vote is we go to the house. Zary's will be the distraction. We go through and find proof that he's a warlock. This will be, and then we dig a little deeper, maybe figure out whether it's a bad kind of warlock. Because just going up and saying, hey, look, he's a warlock, that's bad, that's kind of rude. You know, it'd be like if somebody proved that we were druids and was like, oh, they're druids. It's evil. They're evil druid. You know, anyone could be anything. But we need proof that he's a bad warlock.
Okay.
So we get proof that he's a warlock, then we get proof that he's a bad warlock. Not bad at being a warlock, he's probably good at being a warlock. We need to prove that he's bad and a warlock.
I'm going to roll.
Do I have to fuck his husband?
I mean, mate, unless you want to fuck his husband.
Not really. I believe in the sanctity of marriage.
Then don't fuck his husband.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if that's necessary for the plan.
I don't think it's necessary.
Now, before we get
Alright.
all hot and unbothered and start boinking people's husbands and violating the
I
sacred bonds of
no
marriage, why
no no.
don't
Be
And
clear, I
I?
maybe they're
don't want to boink
polyamorous.
him.
You know what? Maybe they're polyamorous, and maybe they like bonking others, or they're swingers.
Oh,
Swinging's good.
Zaris goes, "Are you poly?" And then he spells amorous wrong. He's like, "Are you polyamorous?"
No,
Such a
I
silly
don't.
way to.
All
I'm
right,
just me.
ladies,
I'm not really anything.
ladies,
I'm me.
No,
gentlemen,
I'm saying he's taking this to Jeremiah.
ladies, gentlemen, please, your attention for a moment.
Oh, he's texting Jeremiah. Are you poly? Are you? No, are you polymorphous?
Are you polymorphous?
Polymorphous is actually really funny.
Hey, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can hear you just now.
Okay, now, as I was saying, now, why don't, before we start going around boinking people's husbands and violating the sanctity of marriage, why don't I jog my memory and see if perhaps there's some telltale signs of warlock activity and patron meddling that we could tee up on? And I'm going to roll Arcana to see what some shibboleths
Will we
are
have
that we could.
time? Will we have time for a long rest between this?
God damn it, we
How
have.
late?
If
How
you're gonna
late
go
are?
do something, I would say that if we're down to like actually, are you talking like in game or out of game, Jahi?
In game.
Oh yeah,
In game.
like in.
In game.
In game, okay. In
No,
game,
no,
it
no.
is like
I'm saying
5:30 in the evening right now.
no. I'm saying out of game because it's already 10 o'clock.
So I was thinking I could go to like midnight my time, which would be to the end of this hour. Granted, if we don't want to do that, that's fine. We can call it in the next like 20 or 30 or so if you want to like execute one more plan. Um I did not see. Well, I think there's a lot of like just good role play and things like that, which took things a bit longer. But I was definitely imagining for some reason that things would wrap up really quickly. But are we good to go to like 11:30 my time? So another like 20 minutes,
Works for
I could
me.
do another
or
20.
Yeah, I can do
another 20?
another
Is that all
20.
right?
I have to. Yeah, I have to wake up. I have to wake up
I
pretty.
gotcha. I gotcha. Okay.
All right,
Okay. So let's go
let's
for another.
okay, let's tee up the next MacGuffin then. I'm gonna roll Arcana to see
There you
what
go.
kind
Get
of
advantage.
warlock shibboleths we can do.
You get advantage.
Okay, so Arcana. Oh my god. There we go.
Wow.
I
23.
rub
Okay.
my chin, furrow my brow, and go, ah, yes, of course. And then I start rattling off information that mysteriously sounds
Oh my
exactly like
god.
Adam
So I'll give you just some setting information as well. Everything that you know about Mr. Hemlock suggests that he is a modern artificer, engineer, bioengineer kind of guy. He's
Okay.
probably not going to keep his files in any kind of plain paper or anything like that. He's probably going to store them as like in like a digital form in a relicarium. Now, a relicarium is basically just like kind of a private server, like a computer. And like a lock house for messages. You would need some way to like access that if you were to try and go to his house and get it. Or if you were to try and intercept any like messages that he might be getting or receiving, or if you were to try and like break into his phone while you were near him. To do that, you would need some hardware. And you do know a person in town who is up late who could get you the stuff you need, potentially.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a way to just copy his hard drive, then we can decode it. But if we have a way to, like, copy the hard drive, bring it to the fixer. Let me do this in character. Yeah, perhaps. What was it called? A reliquarium?
A reliquarium, yeah.
Reliquarium. Now,
Reliquarium.
perhaps there's a way that we copy the reliquarium, bring it to your fixer friend, and they decode it, and while they're decoding it and getting proof that he's a warlock off of it, we go get proof that his patron's evil.
Hmm.
Or not evil. Because
I'm
maybe the patron's actually good for the what's the environmental company again? I'm gonna write it down this time.
Ecologic.
Eco logic.
Eco logic. Okay.
Masada's gonna jog her memory to see what we could do to duplicate this kind of arcane device. And I think I still have. Is it like a
You
minute?
have advantage for basically for a full hour, so it's always roll advantage.
So,
There we go. What the
So-
fuck?
your options are kind of thus. The thing about the astral weave is that it's hard to. You could go to the trouble of like procuring like an astral golem or an astral elemental to like do these things for you, but that would be going through someone else, and you're not someone who can summon those things, so that would require really someone else. However, what this guy Grumsy could do for you is he could sell you basically special mushrooms that you could plant in a circle to act as a gateway into essentially cyberspace. And once you're in there, you can break into the reliquarium, fight off whatever anti-hacking, anti-vault stuff is in there, and literally like grab the data in kind of
Fuck yes. Fuck
actual
yes.
space.
The second you said using mushrooms to teleport to cyberspace, you had me. Both in character and
Basically
out of
making a fairy
character.
circle to hack.
Both
Oh, so
in
the answer B is
character
the
and
device
out of
that we have right
character.
here.
So we're gonna be tapping into some kind of mycological hive. This is amazing.
I love that.
Adam, I don't know what you've done, sir, but I do know you've cooked.
Do you guys smell that? Do you guys smell that in the kitchen? That smells like a motherfucker cooked.
God,
That's great.
this is
Using mushrooms
Do
to hack
we do
into
it for here? We have to
cyberspace?
be at the location. We hack at his
Amaru
recreation.
is correct. You would have to be near the location to make this happen. So you would need
Hey,
to.
you know what's
Wait a minute,
crazy?
Adam.
I
Are
got
we
you.
net running? We're fucking net running, aren't we, Adam? You son
You're
of a
not
bitch.
net right.
Oh, we're fungal trapping. Here we go.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, I got you. Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh
But
my.
first, you guys don't have the hardware on you necessarily though. So that's like the first thing to get.
Wait, we're
Let's
getting
go get
cyberware.
let's go get the hardware from Fungus Boy.
Let's go get the cyberware. I mean, the wetware.
Get the hardware, and
It is
I'll
like
do.
wetware, I
I'll do
guess,
what?
yeah. Fungalware, and
God
that'll be
damn
kind
it.
of where we wrap. Well, yeah.
God
You
damn it,
I
Adam.
have
You
this.
fucking Cyberpunk 2077 motherfucker. I know what you're doing.
Don't you mean Cyberpunk 1877?
Based.
Mushrooms.
Okay, carry
You,
on.
you,
Got you guys.
you hit
Let's
up
go.
you hit up
This-
Grumsy, and he sends you a text back pretty quickly, like, "Oh, what? You back in town or something? Yeah, you know I'm still around. Hey, come on by. You know the shop." Grumsy is this old Myconid man. Does have like a New York Jewish accent, kind of, that I will butcher assuredly, but
wait, is he
yeah.
actually Jewish?
You
or
know
is
him from way back. No. He just sounds like that.
he-
Judaism is not a thing in this. I don't know what the equivalent would be just yet. I can
You're still workshopping it.
I'm still workshopping what Judaism is in the UDA, guys. Calm down. We just established that the Mormons are all warlocks, sort of.
That's great.
um,
Wait,
Brick
I'm
'em
sorry to
up.
butt in,
but,
but this dude's a Myconid, right?
Yeah.
yes, he is a Myconid.
He worships the one that connects all.
Ooh. Okay, that's a little bit of cooking.
Ooh.
But
Okay. One that connects all.
You have to.
the one true mushroom has yet to spore.
Oh my fucking god! Stop cooking, everyone.
The great spore is coming. Yeah.
The great spore is
Listen,
coming.
I'm gonna say this one time.
Now,
I'm gonna put
we
this
do
in
believe
chat.
we
I'm
do
gonna put this in
believe
chat
that
real quick.
Jesus Christ was a great mushroom, but we don't believe he was the one true mushroom.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Now listen, y'all. I'm gonna say this one time. This game, nothing but cooking. Nothing but fucking piping hot plates out the kitchen. All
They
fucking.
build all their places of worship where his spores can be found.
I have been rock hard the entire time we've been doing this game. It's incredible.
I've just had a lot of fun making up funny app names for things.
It's like 99% of the setting is just a stupid app names. So anyway, we show up at Grumsy's front door after a very awkward discussion with the Uber driver, where we all cram
Yeah.
into the back seat of his 3 seat,
Yeah,
all
none
four of
of you
us.
sit in the front.
It's like it's weird. I don't want to do that. Like,
You, yeah, you show up to Grumsy's house. He's an old guy, so you can just kind of ring the bell. Door opens. You see this like classic like red and white cap. Somewhat kind of like in overalls, almost a mustache, funnily enough, and then like a pair of glasses. That don't seem to like help any eyes see. But yeah, Grumsy kind of just looks up at you all regardless, and he goes, Masada, 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 welcome in. Come on, please make yourselves at home. Oh, who are your friends here?
this would be Zeres. This would be my dear
Zeres,
sister Ari,
welcome,
and
Zeres, welcome, Zeres. Oh, Ari, I have heard so much about you, Ari.
this would be Amaro, a new compatriot of ours.
Amaro, pleasure to meet you, Amaro. Listen, it is late, but I'm happy to always help a friend in need. Um, so what can I help you with, eh?
So I was told that we
What do you
need
need, like
to.
a gizmo, a hoodad?
I was told that we need to tap into the mycelium. Could you perhaps broach some
Oh,
assistance?
you're looking for a mycelium mediated gateway into the astral web space?
Yeah, exactly that. I'm so glad we're
Perfect.
of like
Okay.
mind.
All right. Well, I actually did get a heads up from Voss that you might be visiting me, so I do come prepared here. Why don't you follow me to my garage? And he takes you back into his garage where you just see like a very modest VW Volkswagen VW Beetle, and then just sort of like a space with like a lot of like gardening supplies. Like you see a lot of like bags of seed and spore, and like starter and all these things. And he goes, and also weirdly enough, a lot of like bug jars. Um, so you need as well like a and I mean by beetle of course I mean like a giant kind of like six-legged sleeping creature that is just kind of was munching on a bowl of lettuce. But anyway, you see that yeah, he prepares okay, so anyway. So you're going to need to plant these for the fairy circle. He gives you he turns to you Ari, and he hands you sort of like he hands you like a bag of I forget the word for like what the seed equivalent of mushrooms would be. Spores, I guess. Yeah, literally.
It's spores.
And he hands you like a bag
Or
of spores. Yeah, he
like
hands you a bag of spores. So you're a druid, so actually this will be very easy for you. There's a simple ritual. It takes like like 60 seconds to cast, but once you're in, everyone in the circle, boom, transported into the astral net, astral weave. While you're in there, time dilation is a thing, so it's like every second out in this world is like 6 seconds in that world. Okay, does that make sense? You got it? And then you
What?
just make your way back. You just make your way back. Once you have the data, it will automatically integrate itself into your mirror. Make
Huh.
sense?
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah, you want to avoid any kind of astral. Well, you want to avoid any kind of astral guardians, things like that, because dying in the astral world, you die in real life. Say it with me, everyone. If you die in the astral
Astral
world,
If
plane,
you
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 if
die
you
in
die in
real
if you
real
life.
die
life.
in the if you die in the subway's parking lot, you don't go to.
What? Who is this Falutza? Anyway, actually, I like the cut of your jib, kid. Uh, anyway, anyway. Yeah, so that will be for any kind of high scale infiltration you want to be doing. That will also help you. You will see any kind of incoming messages, that sort of thing. Very good for that too. Was it 1 second is 6 seconds or 1 second is 60? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Good for that stuff. Good for infiltration. Now, if you're looking to like break into someone's phone or leave like a bug, he reaches into like a jar of like it looks like little like arachnids, and he pulls out like several. These guys, you just put them on phones. They interject a venom into it disrupts the kind of crystal lattice network. It can then transmit the data, the signal to a device that you have also matched it to. So he hands you like two of these little tiny like jars that have these two like angry looking like like they look like kind of a cross between. They look like kind of like larger ticks, like literal bugs that you would put on someone's phone, basically, and they would kind of link the two devices. So that is for if you're just trying to do like a quick drop and go. Now, granted, that can be detected, but it's a risk worth taking. Am I right? Yeah, you got the fairy circle, you got the bugs. Anything else you need? Anything else you need? Oh yeah, and then yeah. So there's enough in that fairy circle there for 3 rituals. The bugs each have 1 use in them. Oh, he was saying you also might want to be trying to sneak on. If you want to try and sneak onto the grounds, that's another thing. You might have to do something with like the security reliquarium. I don't know what that'll look like though. That'll probably be at like a gatehouse or something like that. It's been a long time since I've broken into a gated community. Any questions?
Oh, well, we actually already have a security code thanks to our lovely fishy friend.
Oh.
Whoa, why would you use that way to describe me?
Mind if I
You're,
do? I guess. Well,
you're half fish. Is that inappropriate? It'd be like saying,
That's like me. Well, I mean, personally, I just don't think that's cool. I mean, that's like me calling you. That's that angelic lady. Like, that's not. I don't know.
"Oh,
I just,
I'm,
Said you were half dove or pigeon.
oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was insensitive."
I'm fucking with you. I'm
Totally
fucking with you.
like more of a reptile.
I'm
People
fucking
call me
with you.
the
It's
fungi
fine.
all the time.
Oh,
Right. Anything else then? No? Perfect. You staying for dinner or you getting out of my house?
I don't know what answer.
Actually, do you need assistance making dinner? I'd be more than happy to oblige. Would you like the company?
I mean, I'm sure Barbara could use the help. Hey, Barbara! And he kind of yells out, like a, what? You need
She-
help with the dinner? Are you insulting me, Grumsy? You molded rotten piece of... And they kind of get into it for a second. Yeah, I'm sure you could go lend a hand.
I'd be glad to help. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. I'm gonna get into the kitchen to help his wife. I assume. I don't think fungi have sexual dimorphism.
No, he has a wife, and it is another fungi. Yeah, no, that's how this works, Ian.
Wait, there's sexual
they live a
dimorphism.
very like classic like suburban lifestyle. I don't know. Hey, their kids are in college. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me.
I want answers. Answers.
You see truly like so many pictures of children of like young Mike and it's graduating at different universities like around like so many like spawning like spores.
It's like they butted just yesterday.
Ari will go into the kitchen to quote unquote help with dinner, but she's just there to drink the cooking wine and talk shit with Barbara. Because Ari loves to talk
Yeah.
shit with people.
You go in the Boggy Bottom, I tell you, there ain't nothing. I mean, look, I go to Boggy Bottom when I gotta go to the hospital, and like that's not fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh, the bad smelling part of town. She's she's happy to talk shit about whatever crosses her mind. Um,
These
but then,
universities nowadays, they're just so expensive. Completely worthless, don't you think?
oh, I know. And then the kids come back, and what? They think they're smarter than you or something? Like,
Exactly.
yo,
Better
man, you
than
went to
us.
school. What's like you didn't like you come back when you got some years on you. Anyway, it's just me. I'm an old mushroom.
I feel like we all have old mushrooms inside of us.
Well, you better get that checked out then, because kid STDs. Let's see. Anyway. Yeah, sit down. You guys all eat a lovely dinner here.
What is it? Is it like carrion? What are they serving us?
it's like an old log or something.
It's just rotten logs.
They have a refrigerator.
There is. That's actually.
They have a refrigerator, but it's unplugged, and it has specifically been retrofitted to make food rot faster than rather preserve food.
Oh, yeah. Whew, I tell you stuff like eating food like this. It's like, man, it's like you're inviting the bog beast into your home or something. Ooh.
There's a plate of
Oh, man.
dead log with decaying
Oh
bugs.
yeah, you do see
inside
some
the
like
log.
decay. You do see like you guys do get like there are some like sap cakes that are like nice and edible for you. But yeah, there is like dead logs. There is some like dead meat, things like that that they're just kind of like absorbing into their skin. And, and yeah, they and it's like, oh, there you go, talking about the bog beast again. Ay, Yoda.
Wait. Bog beast? What
What?
bog beast?
Oh, you never heard of the bog beast? Oh, well, okay. History lesson. Bog beast, we don't know really what he was or what they were or what she was. We don't know. But basically, long time ago, this whole city used to be swamp. Now, at some point, they built a city here. Go figure. And, they say that the bog beast simmers in anger, raging in its swamp in the realms beyond, wanting nothing more than to drown this city and everyone in it, and reclaim these and fill the streets with its fetid waters and rigmarole and whatnot. And it's a whole thing. But yeah, the bog beast. It's a ghost story we used to tell our kids. Oh, you better go to bed, or the bog beast is gonna get you. You're like, but Dad, it doesn't make any sense. Because wouldn't the bog beast be good for mushrooms? Like, shut up, Junior. That's why you're going to college.
No, back up. So this bog beast
Yeah.
is so it was someone and then became the beast.
We don't know. I mean, maybe it's just that it's really like it's like these things they change. They when something that's very linked to something in the regular world, when that thing changes, the thing changes in the Feywild, and yeah. So I mean, hypothetically, yeah, maybe it was something, or maybe it was always sort of like a primordial monster of like the swamp.
Cough, cough. Maybe someone who's a little smarter should take this information and maybe roll history.
I'll make a joke of is Ceres trying to figure
I
out how
I
mushrooms are
I
different from
got this,
AI?
you guys. I got this.
Masada
Oh
is
shit.
actually distracted by the very tastefully arranged log and goes, "Oh yes, of course. Um, hmm. I do seem to recall something like that.
Nature? How's nature?
This would be history, right?
Yeah, nature. Yeah,
Do I
good.
still
I
have
can get this.
advantage? Do I still have advantage? There we go, 22.
I
I was
guess
gonna say,
so.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess you would. Zaries, you actually remember your history actually pretty well here.
God damn, this is bad.
Just in kind of like a lesson about the waterways, but you would know that yeah, Nexus City was built around 500 years ago. There was a swamp where Nexus City was, and you don't know the exact kind of circumstances that went into the city's construction, but you never knew about like a bog beast. That seems to be very like or like a local legend maybe or something like that. But you do know that there have been various times throughout history where like uh you know it's like bargains have had to been made with like fey creatures and things like that, and like there have been like repercussions for constructing on places as like sort of a response to construction. But you also know that like the birth of cities means that like a lot of city fey sprout up, so it's sort of like a mixed bag. But Ari and
I'm gonna recount that perfectly, but like in this dumb voice.
okay, that's recounted perfectly. Excellent. Ari and Amaro are sorry. Amaro, you with like kind of your dwarf sky heritage and history, the bog beast. I'm trying to think if there's
my
anything like different.
enjoyment of
You
learning about creatures that I may have to murder at some point.
Yeah, so you would definitely think that like if a cult of the bog beast were like surviving or like doing something, you would know that. Oh yeah, so like if you would need to like look at what the ley line plans are, but Amar, you were imagining that if for whatever reason if someone is a cultist of the bog beast and they had influence over the construction of ley line junctions and things like that, you think they might be able to pull something where the intersection of multiple ley lines is like a potent site of magic. Um,
Some city maps. Or use my star
so
map.
and then Ari, with what you've been getting from what you've been getting from Grumsy and Barbara, um, you've
Wait,
just been
is her
listening to
name
them tell their
Barbara or Bogra?
oh Bagra. No, excuse me, how could I forget? It's Bagra. Yeah, Bagra. Bagra and Grumsy. Um wait, hang on. Bagra. Um you would know that some of the similar stuff that was said already. Um this is like stuff that you've dealt with before, where it's like fey spirits that are upset with people or things like this, or people that are acting for certain fey spirits. You would know that like there are many fey, archfey, and like fey entities that might have like had a lineage to the swamp or know the swamp, and would maybe and they would have had differing opinions on like kind of what became of the swamp and how things are now. But the bog beast definitely sounds like they're on like the very bitter, very like angry end of that scale. Because for example, in Newtopolis, they have like the court of the unsleeping city there and all that, all the court of dreams. Um, New York for you. And then let's see. Masada on your history check. I honestly forgot what we were even rolling for here. But Masada with that 22 with your enhance ability, so you're like, see, the stars are aligning for you, thanks to Amara. Um,
I realize the buffer.
you think what you basically think could happen is you don't know if how powerful this bog beast is, if it's like an archfey we're talking about here, or if it's like something greater, something maybe a bit different. You don't know if you don't know what like summoning that would be like, but you do know. Hmm, you would guess that if basically if there is in fact to be some kind of ritual, some kind of summoning of the bog beast or some kind of unleashing of a primordial bog on the city, there would have to be a ritual site where this is being prepared and planned out. As that would be, these sorts of things take time, they take effort, they take development. There would have to be some place where perhaps um, Mr. Hemlock has been frequenting or something like this, and it's not really, it wouldn't be a simple matter of like if you went and disrupted this site, he could just pick up stakes and try again elsewhere. It would be like, no, there is a site that he's been like cultivating and protecting as part of this operation.
So we could
Um,
stop the ritual, but then we lose the job because we need hard evidence.
well, you think that basically, if you just go and stop the ritual, there's a chance that yeah, he might just like run away. Granted, stopping the ritual might let you encounter some like cult plans, which could help. You do think though that if you were to try, and now it's just been like 2 days on the job here, so you have like 3 days until the deadline. You do think that it is possible, definitely, for you to go and gather some like hard evidence here to kind of see exactly what you're up against, or perhaps like suss out locations, things like this. Um,
Yeah,
because
I
ultimately, what you need is something for Ecologic and Apex to act on to get around the arcane vows and wards that are like employee-employer contracts in this world at this high level.
yeah, I think if we have enough evidence, I think us sneaking into his house, going into cyberspace, getting the information off his computer that he is interacting with. Who knows? It may be the bog beast. It may not be the bog beast. But we can find out what kind of warlock he is, probably from his computer data. Then let me do this in character. So, I'm thinking that we can. This will be like after dinner
Lights
back
are
at the
running
motel.
long. Yeah. Okay. You're having
Yeah.
late tea.
Basically
Back at the
McDonald's.
hotel after dinner.
Okay. Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking. We infiltrate his computer. We infiltrate his reliquarium. Then, once the reliquarium has been, once we have the information off his reliquarium with hard evidence that he is a warlock, trying maybe with the bog beast or not with the bog beast, trying to flood the city and turn it back into a swamp. Then we pitch that for more money, we act to stop it. And then we go and stop it. If we're going to stop it anyway, why sell our services for free, people?
An excellent choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think
I'm sorry, Grumsy's not even here.
I think between his reliquarium in the Boggy Bottom Brewery, we could get enough hard evidence that this guy is on the wrong side.
I like the joke here of we're gonna go to the boggy location, or we're gonna go to the house and hope our friend doesn't get trapped in a room with someone who's too bent up.
Oh my god. That's horrible.
Also, I
Like-
think it's how tall is his husband? Cause I'm 5'5". I'm like a manlet. I'm a little like I'm just a fucking swole little guy.
His husband is like 5'11".
Okay.
I'm only
But
4 foot.
he's very into you. He's like, oh my god, like it's exact like
A fish manlet
because you
instead of a
like
fish fillet.
Oh my
He's
god.
like he's like look at him. Small but compact. He's not tall, but he's wide. He's just a
so wide. Like
Oh,
your your back goes like so far out.
so our plans are infect the house once we get a confirmation. But
No,
in the
no.
meantime, plan for the bog.
We go. So out of character, we go to his house. Jahi acts as a distraction. Maybe even gets the husband to like go away and or like, oh, you should go to the store and pick up like send him on a wild goose chase so that way you could come into cyberspace with us, because out of character Jahi, I want you to like also be in part of the cyberspace chase.
Oh, honestly, I was gonna say during that time, I was just gonna start grabbing arachnids and just like I was assuming that like Jeremy would take you on a makeout session. I'm just like, let's do it in this room. Oh, and then like drop a spider on like a computer. So I'm like, oh no, actually let's do it in this room. And just start throwing spiders at different electronics in the house.
That
Oh,
okay.
like grab more of those bugs and bug them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
just
I'll allow you to make that call, Jahi. I was just trying to make sure that we weren't, having like super fun encounters in cyberspace, and you were just like stuck not
I mean,
having.
someone has to be watched. It's probably gonna be me because I'm the
oh
most passed out of
oh
traits
my
and good stealth skills.
oh my god! I just realized the perfect TikTok sound is gonna be what happens with Jeremy and fucking and Zarius. Hold up.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
and then once we get the information off of the computer and from bugging the house, we go to the Boggy Bottom Brewery and basically bug the Bottom Boggy Brewery and get information that it is there is sussery going on. And then once we have hard evidence that there is bullshit going on connecting Hemlock to the Bog Beast, we offer to go crump the Bog Beast in addition for more money. So that way they don't have to get tangled up with the employer vow BS.
And then have to, allude that they stalked one of their employees and then had to hire an investigator that's not on the record and then go through the
Yeah,
whole fucking red tape to get it done?
exactly. We go, hey, give us another, bump up our pay to 500 each or 650 each, and we'll go bonk this beast as well.
Oh, we're selling ourselves short. I would just say a whole new contract. Don't kill the beast now, so we can keep the publicity low.
Yeah, so that way they get the hard evidence they need to fire this guy if they need to, and we get more gold. And we get to crump a bog beast.
Get the proper bog beast.
Cool. That sounds like a plan. Are we calling it here with our plan for next session?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. That
Works
is
for
where
me.
we'll leave things for tonight. Wow. Man. Thanks for playing, guys. We will definitely figure out our next session dates here. I think we'll have to go back through some of those dates that you sent earlier, Ian, and we'll
Wait,
just
quick
kind of one
thing.
by one see.
Wait, quick thing. Are you off tomorrow?
I am, but I have a game tomorrow evening.
You mean you
and then
had a
work-
game tomorrow evening?
I also have a game tomorrow evening.
Oh, God damn it. All right. I guess we're going to have to wait then.
Okay.
Thursday